Welcome to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks as part of Veterans Week on ESPN, brought to us by USAA. Wednesday night action coming to DeKalb, Illinois for a huge game in the MAC West. Defending league champs Ball State in town to take on first place Northern Illinois. The Huskies lead the West at 4-1. Ball State in second place with Central Michigan at 3-2 with 3 games left in the regular season. A lot riding on this one here tonight. Hi again, everybody. Clay Matvick alongside my partner, Rocky Boyman. It's great to have you with us. You never know what's going to happen in the MAC. Last Wednesday night, Northern Illinois went to Kent State, set all kinds of school records, and lost. They're going to try to get back in the saddle tonight.
Yeah, and they showed last week that, look, they're a run-based team, but if you load up the box to stop the run, they can beat you with the pass, which makes them very, very dangerous. And the big reason they're dangerous is their quarterback, Rocky Lombardi. He's a Michigan State transfer. Clay, the last 2 weeks, he's really found his stride with this offense. A big reason? Because he's finding number 85, Trayvon Rudolph, a big play guy at wide receiver, makes all the catches. They like to get him the ball in a variety of ways. He's a big weapon for this offense.
All right, so let's revisit the numbers. 532 for Lombardi. That's a school record. 309 for Rudolph. Not just a school record, but a conference record. We'll see what they can do for an encore. Meanwhile, Ball State, they've got some veterans too. They've got some talent. They have to win tonight if they have any chance of defending their MAC title.
Yeah, they got to keep this thing rolling a little bit. Had a slow start, but now they're starting to really pick up some speed. Big reason their quarterback, Drew Plitt, he's been around a long time. He's going to make his 36th career start tonight. And again, started off the season a little bit off, right? But now these last couple of weeks, he's found his stride, and he's finding his playmakers. And Clay, he has a bunch of them out there, but really none bigger than, I think, maybe one of the best wide receivers in the MAC in the last decade, and that's Justin Hall. They find him a variety of ways to get the ball. It's a quick pass, it's a jet sweep, it's a reverse, it's down the field. On their call sheet, Clay, they have a special section of plays. How do we get the ball to number 11? They're going to do a lot tonight.
Yeah, look at the numbers for Plitt and Hall. They're going to factor prominently tonight, win or lose. It's going to be good. It's windy. It's a little on the chilly side. It's DeKalb in November, of course, but it's going to be fun. Maction coming your way right after this quick timeout.
You think she's still awake?
Don't worry.
The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
It's a great time to get Domino's, because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there? With the 4 and the 9?
Kinda funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
Take a look at this heart. It's the one I'm gonna use to love you.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meat.
First place in the MAC West and the Bronze Stalk Trophy up for grabs tonight. Ball State and Northern Illinois. A series that goes back to 1941. They started playing for the Bronze Stalk in 2008. And after losing 10 in a row, the Cardinals have won the last 2. Mike New had a breakthrough season with his alma mater last year. Conference title. Got the program's first bowl win, and the Cardinals finished in the top 25 for the first time in team history. Across the way, Thomas Hammock, a former NIU running back. He has this team bowl eligible for the first time under his leadership, and he got a 5-year contract extension yesterday.
He really did, and he's done a great job. This team last year was rudderless. They didn't have any identity at all, especially on offense, but he's really made an investment on this offensive line, and the run game is what's really carrying this team, although, as we said, they can put the ball in the air as well.
All right, there you see it. 12-mile-per-hour winds. It's going to be interesting to see how the kicking game is affected. 54, it's going to dip down into the 40s before this one's all said and done. Ball State won the toss. They're going to receive, and this one's going to get all the way into the end zone, and it will be a touchback for the Cardinals. So Ball State 5-4, 3-2 in the MAC. This is their 4th MAC road game in the last 5 weeks. And Drew Plitt, a 23-year-old veteran, he's been around the block to say the least. He had a career year in 2020. Got out to a slow start this year, but he has come on.
Yeah, and probably pressing a little bit, coming off that fantastic season he had. They also had some offensive line issues early, which we'll get into, but he's really settled in and playing some great football right now.
So ready to get it started. First play from scrimmage from the 25. Play action. Plitt going to load up and go down the field for a deep shot right away. Incomplete, intended for Johannes Tyler, the senior out of New Orleans. So how about that, taking the top off right out of the gate?
Yeah, they were watching that film last week where Northern Illinois gave up a lot of deep pass plays. Tried to start off this game by finding Johannes Tyler, he's one of their best wide receivers. He's been a little, I don't want to say missing this year, but his stats aren't quite there. But I still expect big number 6 to play a big factor tonight.
We talked to the offensive coordinator, Kevin Lynch, and he said, yeah, there are going to be some opportunities for Tyler. Didn't necessarily know it was going to be on the first play of the game. Justin Hall now. You said he'll touch it in a variety of ways. He carries this one to the 40-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, and it'll probably be between 15 and 20 touches for number 11 tonight. They love getting him the football. He's, again, been around a while, knows this offense, but here he is just coming from the backfield. Now, that's not a look Ball State has given all year, but they like to invent ways to get him the football.
He's one of the most dynamic players in this league. Picks up 15. First and 10. Plitt wants to throw. He finds Hall through the air this time. That's a quality reception, a gain of 6 on first down. And he's brought down by Jordan Gandy, the transfer from South Dakota State. This defense, Rock, ego a little bruised after allowing a season-high 682 yards last week to Kent State.
Yeah, that was tough. And, Kent State, of course, hit that super fast offense and just put up 31 points in the second quarter, and that really determined the game.
True freshman Carson Steele motions out of the backfield. Plitt wants to go to the air again. He's looking for a receiver down the sideline one more time, and it lands incomplete. He wanted Tyler again. That time pretty well covered. It's third down.
And it looked like they're attacking the freshman defensive back, number 29, Javon Bird. Haven't been able to connect, though. Now, this is a situation, Clay, third down, especially last week. Drew Plitt is not a running quarterback, but on third down, he's very, very effective scrambling, picking up that first down.
Third down has been really good for Ball State the last 5 weeks, over 50%. That one's tipped at the line, and it's going to be fourth down. James Esther, the big nose tackle. The coaches really like his ability to affect the game, and he's going to affect the punt here on the opening series.
Yeah, big number 1's an impact player for NIU. They like to move him around on that D-line. They find a matchup they like, with one of the offensive linemen they think he can take advantage of, and they'll line him up there, and that's a big play to start this game to force a punt.
So Nathan Snyder, all-conference fifth-year senior, comes out to boot it away. Cole Tucker is back to return. This is a good kick. This has a chance to pin Northern Illinois deep, and it will at the 5-yard line. Great kick for the Marysville, Ohio native. That is a punt of 49 yards. And so now Rocky Lombardi and there's Northern Illinois offense will come out. We talked about the school record last week at Kent State, but we forgot to talk about the shot he took in the fourth quarter to the head. Fortunately, Rocky is okay. He's going to be able to play here tonight.
Yeah, he was cleared. He practiced all week, but yeah, it was about with 1:15 left in that game. He took that hit, but thankfully he's all right.
So the Michigan State transfer will go to work. He'll hand off to Jay Ducker. The second-year freshman has been very good out of the Northern Illinois backfield. Let's go back to that hit at Kent last week.
Yeah, and we talked about his day, right? 532 yards. This was late as they're trying to come back. He took that shot. Little helmet-to-helmet action there. But we even saw him on the sideline. He was smiling, and so it looked like he had a good chance of being okay, and he was, again, cleared, and that's a good thing for NIU. How about this? 880 pass yards the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, he's been on fire. As they go to Ducker again, Ducker almost 500 yards rushing the last 3 games. But Bryce Cosby, the 5th-year senior free safety, steps up to make the stop. And it's going to be a 3rd down and fairly long here right away for NIU.
And you can tell that it seems like NIU is trying to make an effort to really get back to that run identity. But now here we are at 3rd and 6. They might have to put this ball in the air. Trayvon Rudolph, though, the bottom of your screen. That's their go-to guy.
3rd down and 5. Lombardi to throw for the first time on the drag route. That is complete. Caught by Messiah Travis. And they mark it at the 14-yard line. He's wrapped up by Cosby, and that's going to be short of the line to gain. Just not a deep enough route downfield.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's a route you got to run past the sticks there, and it looked like they had a shot of picking that up, and you can tell Thomas Hammock is frustrated there. They got a guy open, a little crossing route got him open, just weren't able to pick it up. Quick 3 and out.
The 2 runs to start that series just weren't what Thomas Hammock hopes for all night. That's their bread and butter. Like you said, they're going to want to try to get back to that and have some success in the running game. Justin Hall, dangerous return man. Matt Ferentz's punt brought back across the 45, across the 50, to the 40 of NIU and deep into Huskies territory. 48-yard punt. And a good return for Justin Hall as Ball State and the Cardinals in business after that 23-yard return.
Warm feet and cold hands. Find the fine life, baby.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Tony B here to warn you about this new beefy black and blue. With the 1-2 punch of blue cheese and horseradish aioli. You punch me, Jimmy's John's, I punch back. Don't eat the black and blue.
Sucker for blue cheese.
Get them before they're gone at Jimmy John's.
Every business is on a journey, and along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor can help you find the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection. Inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Ever wanted the sensation like you're floating on air? You can with Skechers' new Glide Step footwear. Feels like you're floating as our Aero Comfort outsoles give you a pillowy soft landing, then propel you forward. Plus, they have Skechers' exclusive air-cooled memory foam. Try Skechers' new Glide Step.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. A hot, buttery treasure loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and sausage or bacon. And to top it off right now, they're just $1. $1? Now there's no reason to go somewhere else. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
And it's NBA on ESPN time.
I'm ready.
Let go. Behind make the block where the leg go. Hey, then it's crazy close. Looking at the grave with the say-so.
Friday on ESPN.
There's the talented true freshman Carson Steele, the running back for Ball State. Hasn't touched the ball yet, but boy, is he making a big splash in this league.
He really is. In a career day last week, 154 yards. And just a big, strong kid. And look, if they're ever going to make a prequel to the movie Thor, I think he's got to get casted, right? I mean, that's got the flowing locks.
Yeah, he is not your prototypical 18-year-old, 6'1", 215 pounds. They're going to shift the power to the right side of the formation. And here is Mr. Steele getting his first totes. And he'll pull it inside the 35, where he's jerked down by Jordan Hansen after a 7-yard gain. He is a tough kid to bring down.
And it's his strength for such a young kid, 18 years old. He already squats 600, benches 420.
Oh, my.
And Coach told us this week, it was like about the second practice at camp, they said, okay, we got something here in Carson Steele.
He'll move to the left of Plitt on second down. They'll feed him again. And this time he is knocked down in the backfield. It's a good defense under defensive coordinator Derek Jackson. Dylan Thomas, the rover, the leader in sacks and tackles for loss, gets one there.
It's a good job of just kind of sorting through everything, and that's what you want to do. You want to get Carson Steele before he gets ahead of steam and starts coming downhill on you. Interested to see if NIU brings pressure here. A lot of times they'll go with no safety and just kind of man everybody up and bring pressure. We'll see what they do.
Hall motions to the slot on the left side. Plitt looking that way. Here's a throw, and it's incomplete, intended for Hall, just out of his reach. And so now it's 4th down, and we'll see what Mike New decides to do. Is he going to run out the field goal team or keep the offense on the field?
I think it looks like he is going to want him kicking this thing. Or no, maybe not. Yeah, okay. I mean, this isn't that area where it's kind of a little too far for a field goal, but with these analytics these coaches are looking at these days, this is a lot of times a play you go for it.
Northern Illinois has the best 4th down defense in the MAC. Ball State trying to keep the drive alive. Can't do it. Johannes Tyler, the intended receiver, but he was covered well by Javon Bird, who's having a good start to this game.
He really is. Javon Bird says, look, if you're going to keep coming my way, I'm going to keep denying you. And he's got a tough task covering up Johannes Tyler, who's 6'3", about 205. And that was just fantastic coverage, great body position, and was able to get that offhand across and knock it away. That's 2 great defensive stops in a row for this defense that was a little maligned last week.
So the Huskies take over on downs. They used a lot of 3-man front against Kent State's tempo last week. Ball State a more traditional offense, and so far tonight, Huskies having some success.
I'm in IU. I'm taking a shot here. Come off a 4th down stop, see what they do.
Rocky Lombardi to throw to the outside. That's well defended. There's Rudolph, and batted away by J.T. Wahi, the best cover corner, not just for Ball State, but probably on the field tonight.
He really is. When all the NFL guys are into Ball State, it's Wahi that they're asking about. I mean, good size, 6 foot, 195 pounds, and just has that great hips, great cover ability, and we saw it there.
Jay Ducker in the backfield with Lombardi. They're going to feed it to him. Finds a hole on the right side, and that's a good run for Jay Ducker. His best carry so far. Bryce Cosby, the 5th-year senior, brings him down, but it's a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
And that's huge there. And we see how they want to run the ball. It's north-south. It's coming downhill. They don't like to do a lot of things lateral.
Out to the flat. And Ball State was ready for this as Rudolph is quickly wrapped up. That's Wahi again.
And you want to talk about a fantastic defensive play by Wahi there. He has a blocker, fights off the block, and still able to make a tackle. Watch this. I mean, and again, that's why the NFL scouts are looking at him. He's not just covering people. He's getting off blocks, making tackles.
So 2nd down and 12. Ball State missing a couple of run stoppers tonight. Nose tackle Justin Ramsey out for the year. Defensive end Kyron Mims is also out indefinitely. Both got hurt last week against Akron. And Ducker will try to run it. Gets it back to the original line of scrimmage and a yard more. A gain of 3 for Ducker. So here's a 3rd down and long again for the Huskies.
And speaking of guys that are missing here, how about for NIU, Ty Ritchie, one of their best wide receivers? Because this is a situation where they would love to find him. He was having such a great year. The game last week, right before the 2nd quarter, had a bad lower leg injury. But and then that's why it's just Trayvon Rudolph really is the guy in the wide receiving corps. Look at this defensive look here by Ball State. One guy down.
Pressure coming off the edge. Lombardi slides up, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45-yard line. Brandon Martin, the heartbeat of the defense. His 3rd game back from a knee injury. And he is known for making big plays in his career, and he's got the first big play tonight.
And I love this, Clay. They decide to just rush 3 and drop 8. Don't give any windows for Rocky Lombardi, who's hot right now, to complete the pass. Big number 7 making an impact. Ball State with some momentum.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
It's a great time to get Domino's because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there with the 4 and the 9?
Kinda funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
Welcome to Allstate, where we have all new lower auto rates. And savings like that will make everyone feel like an MVP. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera, like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all the dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
Just know it always starts with a spark, a light in the dark, a beat in your heart, unbreakable.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram Trucks, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row.
Veterans Day is tomorrow. We're thinking about all you vets. All right, Brandon Martin, last year's MAC Defensive Player of the Year, 3rd game back after missing 6 with a hand injury, picks off Rocky Lombardi.
It is a great job. Again, I love the decision to just drop 8 into coverage here. Yeah, Rocky Lombardi, he's a veteran guy. He's seen every blitz out there. How about just take away the throwing windows? And a good job of zone defense by Brandon Martin. He just kind of sifts back a little bit, reads the quarterback's eyes, feels the wide receiver coming off to his left, and picks it. That's just textbook zone defense. Great job by a really, really good linebacker for a long time here in the MAC, Brandon Martin.
And he's had an injury-plagued career. Both shoulders, multiple knee injuries, including this year. Good to see him back and making an impact. Drew Plitt, and the Cardinals have it at the 45. Carson Steele, the rookie, looking for leverage on the outside, finds it, gets to the sideline, drops his shoulder, and it's a big run into plus territory. Finally Pushed out by Jordan Hansen, but that's 13 yards for Carson Steele.
And that's the thing. I mean, he's 215 pounds, a big guy, right? But look at the speed. He outruns the corner. Gets a little bit of a block, but outruns the corner to the sideline. And then look, a little finish, a little lower the shoulder. I love it.
He is a man-child. First down and 10. There's a jet sweep. Here comes Mr. Hall. And he's down to the 25-yard line. Justin Hall, one of the MAC's best at just about everything on this side of the ball.
Exactly. And I just love how quickly that play hits. Ball snapped, he hands it back, and Justin Hall has a full head of steam coming around that corner. Just a nice quick hitter there by Ball State. And you mentioned it, 136.9 all-purpose yards a game. He's a weapon.
After that 17-yard pickup, they'll go back to Steele, who tries to get some yardage behind that offensive line. You talked about the line for the Cardinals. 3 starters out for the year. Caleb Slavin, Jalen Turner, and Joe Boggs. Took a while for this new group to mesh, but it's finally starting to settle in.
You're right, and they're coming off the great season last year, but then a lot of those injuries happened early, and that just kind of messes you up a little bit as you're getting things figured out, a little inexperienced, but they've really settled in the last few weeks and are playing well.
Second down and 8. Steele again, this time hit at the line of scrimmage and pulled down. It'll be a 2-yard pickup. So third down coming up. And you look at that Ball State offensive line. It was a mash unit early in the year. 6 different starting combinations. Again, this unit now has been together for a couple, 3 weeks, and it's starting to pay off. So 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
Got Jason Jackson, the UC transfer, at the bottom of the screen. He's been a go-to guy as well. That's single coverage.
Clip. Gonna lob it toward the end zone, incomplete. He's trying to hit Hall, but Jordan Gandy, the corner, was in coverage, and it's gonna be fourth down.
And you can tell that Ball State really liked that route coming into this game, but they just have not been able to connect with it. A little rub route there and kind of just a sail by the inside receiver. And Plitt the last 2 times has been a little bit inaccurate.
So now the field goal team is going to come out. They've been using 2 kickers this year. Jacob Lewis on the long field goal attempts and Jake Chenove on the shorter ones. This will be a 38-yard attempt, and I think they ran out of time. Their penalty markers down. To get the guys out there in time, is going to be a delay of game.
If it is, that changes a lot.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 12 men in formation. 5-yard penalty remains.
Now it's an illegal substitution. So Mike New not going to be happy with that. They're going to back it up.
Yeah, that goes from about a 38-yard field goal to a 43-yard field goal. That's a big difference.
Lewis, a sophomore out of Delaware, Ohio. His career long is 51. Wind is an issue tonight. It's swirling down on the field. This from 43. And that is well done to get Ball State on the board. Everything is going to be a challenge tonight with the way the whipping wind is down on the field. But Lewis got it from 43, and it's 3-0 Ball State here in DeKalb.
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
If your underwear feels like this, dun 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 dun, la Get buck naked. The most comfortable underwear there is. Only at Duluth Trading.
It starts with a mother's determination to treat her baby's eczema and grows into a family business that helps thousands more. It starts with an Army vet's dream of studying the stars and grows into a new career as an astrophysicist. It starts with an engineer's desire to start over and grows into an award-winning restaurant that creates local jobs. They learned how on YouTube. What will you learn?
Tossed, buffalo, sauced, hot honey, flipped, boneless, dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo, dazzled, hot honey, $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's country music's biggest night. All right! With performances by the hottest stars in music. Luke Bryan hosts the CMA Awards live tonight on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
Scammer is targeting popular money transfer tools that could make you a victim of fraud. An ABC 7i team warning about the latest schemes.
I don't know how much more legit it could sound.
How you can outsmart the thieves. Tonight at 10.
Mike News Cardinals get 3 points off the turnover, and it's 3-0. Yeah, how many schools give a coach a contract extension after 4 losing seasons? Ball State stuck with this guy, and it's paid off.
There's something to be said about that, right? Sticking with a guy, I think so many times anymore, we're quick to pull the trigger and change things up, but he's an alumni here, and they had faith in him and his offense, and it sure worked out for him last year.
One conference win his first 2 years, but a big year 5. His team's got the lead here in the first quarter. And now we're going to see NIU start its offense up again at around the 30-yard line. 2 great Big Ten games to kick off college football Saturday on ABC. Jim Harbaugh, number 6 Michigan, in Happy Valley to take on 6-3 Penn State, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Then Heisman hopeful C.J. Stroud in number 4 Ohio State hosting the upset-minded Purdue Boilermakers at the Shoe. That should be good. You never know what Purdue is going to do. 2 top 5 upsets this year.
Giant killers.
Yeah, they've been spoiler makers. That's what we're calling them now.
I love that. That was good stuff by you right there.
I can't take credit. So they beat Iowa. They beat Michigan State. Can they do it against Ohio State?
It's going to be a tall task. Now, Ohio State didn't exactly look good last week in that 26-17 win over Nebraska. So there's a chance.
Here's Rocky Lombardi throwing a strike to the outside. Ball caught, comes out. Who's got it? Ball State says they do. And indeed they do. That is another turnover. Brett Anderson knocked it loose, and it's recovered by the Cardinals. Second straight series for the Huskies where they cough it up.
And this is a great job. I mean, this is one of their NIU's best wide receivers. Look at that, just textbook. Rip the ball away, hold him up and rip it away. And what did Tyler Stockton, Ball State's defensive coordinator, tell us this week? The priorities were stop the run, stop 85, and create turnovers. And they already have 2 of them.
Oh, my. There's the turnover belt on 2 straight series Thomas Hammock, he likes long, sustained drives. NIU has not been able to have one yet tonight. They've been their worst enemy. Now a little razzle-dazzle, double reverse. Coming to the near sideline, McGoy tiptoeing inside the 20. Jalen McGoy, the redshirt sophomore from Detroit. And that is a gain of 24.
Was that a double or a triple reverse? I couldn't count. 1 or 2, maybe that's 3, but that's what you want to do. Look, NIU is an attacking style defense, and what do you do against teams that can run a little bit? Well, you just go a lot of misdirection, and that was just an excellent play call by Mike New and company.
And now they're going to give it to Will Jones, the former walk-on, the backup to Carson Steele at running back. Get 1. So this team, you know, they said, hey, turnovers, we got to win that battle. Yep, turnovers are key for Ball State. 8 of their 9 turnovers have come in their 4 losses. And when they win the turnover battle, things have been just fine.
I mean, it's so huge. Any more on defense, it doesn't matter how many yards you give up. No one cares. Every defense is giving up 500 yards. But can you hold teams to field goals, and can you get takeaways and more possessions for your offense? That's the key to playing defense in 2021.
Jones again. And so now 3rd down and about 7 coming up after Opong made that tackle.
Drew Plitt might want to think about keeping this ball in the zone read. That's twice he's handed it off. It looked like he had a little room off the left side. I know they don't like to run him a ton, but this is the area of the field they normally do it. Again, the other thing they like is Johannes Tyler down here. He's in the slot to the top of the screen.
Neither team has converted on 3rd down yet tonight. Plitt. Caught. Touchdown, Ball State. Jay-Sean Jackson, the Cincinnati transfer.
Ruling on the field is of a touchdown.
As the Cardinals get into the end zone for the first time, a 15-yard touchdown play.
Great little crossing route here, and you'll see Johannes Tyler almost gets a little bit of a block or there to help spring that out there. Plitt got a little bit hit at the end there, but there's been a little bit inaccurate early in this game, but he finally found his man in a huge play for the touchdown.
This is Jake Chenov on for the extra point for the Cards, and they got it. So Ball State turns 2 Northern Illinois turnovers into 10 points here in the first quarter.
And you know what? That is the key, because it's not just getting the takeaways, it's converting them into points. And that's so big, because that's just extra possessions for your offense. And then when you can use them to put points on the board, it's just all the difference. And, you know, I just love the creative ways they find to get the ball to playmakers. Jay-Sean Jackson, again, the UC transfer, and originally early in his commitment process, he had showed a lot of interest in Ball State, wound up choosing the Bearcats, but then entered the transfer portal in the offseason, and Kevin Lynch, the offensive coordinator, said, hey, we got to go get this guy. That's really worked out for him.
Yeah, he was the Bearcats' 2nd leading receiver last year. This isn't just a guy. This is a pretty good guy.
Well, and look, you're coming on a team that doesn't exactly have no wide receivers, right? They got Justin Hall, they got Johannes Tyler, but just something about made him want to come to this team, and it's really worked out well for him.
So Northern Illinois has to figure it out on offense. I mean, they put up video game-like numbers last week, and they can't get out of their own way here tonight. This is a low kick. It's going to bounce. And it's going to bounce out of bounds. That is not what they intended to do.
I hate that penalty so much.
That was Jacob Lewis.
Free kick out of bounds.
He was hoping one of the up men would have fielded it.
Ball would be placed at the 35-yard line.
As it happens, it rolls out of bounds.
1st and 10.
Trayvon Rudolph smartly let it go out of bounds. All right, so here are the turnovers tonight, and they've been impactful for sure.
And one thing, too, is they're doing a good job just getting in the windows of those throws by Rocky Lombardi, and then this, too, just holding the receiver up and yanking that ball. It's not good enough anymore to just take that guy to the ground. No, how about we strip that ball and get it back to our offense?
Second time forcing multiple turnovers in a quarter. Also did it against Western Michigan. So now the toss sweep. Trying to get it going here on the ground. This is Mason Blakemore, former walk-on, the backup to Ducker right now, getting his first touch. John Harris brings him to the turf, a gain of 6, and that's what these Huskies need, 5- and 6-yard gains on first down.
And it looked like they brought in bigger people there, brought in 2 tight ends, get some bigger bodies on the field. I think that's kind of the MO they feel could work for them tonight, just kind of keep hammering away at this Ball State front.
Blakemore put on scholarship just a couple of months ago, a true freshman. Going to see more of him tonight. We're also going to see Ontario Brown touch the ball, we're being told. Lombardi takes off, and he's got to run for a first down close to the 50. Martin brings him down, but Rocky Lombardi, he's known to be a pretty gritty runner.
He's just a tough kid. I mean, you got to give it to him. A former high school wrestler, and he runs, he throws, he takes shots. He's just a gritty football player, a guy you want on your team. And even after taking the big hit on the goal line last week early in this game, he says, hey, I got to use my legs to pick up a first down if I have to.
He'll hand off again to Blakemore, who cuts it up for a couple. We talked about this at length last week about Rocky Lombardi being able to relax this year in DeKalb. It wasn't the case when he was with Michigan State.
No, he was constantly looking over his shoulder, right? Peyton Thorne, of course, was having a great year for Michigan State. And it's kind of one of those things where every time Lombardi would go out there, he felt like he had to make that big throw to prove, hey, coach, I'm the guy. I should be the starter. And a lot of times when a quarterback has that kind of pressure on him, it forces him to do bad things with the football, and that's kind of what was happening. Not here.
I don't think he was ready for that snap. Throw incomplete, intended for Messiah Travis, well covered by Uzodinma. But I think Lombardi was caught off guard by that snap. The timing was off.
Yeah, he's patting his O-line on the helmet. Yeah, looked like he was maybe going to change that play, and all of a sudden the ball came to him, and he just chucked it up on the sideline.
On the first series, threw his first interception in 4 games.
Now, the last third down, remember on the interception, Ball State just rushed 3 and dropped 8 into cover. To see what they do here.
Clint Ratkovich in the backfield, the fullback, in for pass protection. Lombardi's throw is off the mark, and here we go with a 4th down and long, and they're not anywhere near field goal range.
Same thing in there. Actually, Ball State was able to get a little bit of pressure with only rushing 3 and forced an early throw. And Christian Albright, the defensive end, got a little pressure, and here we go. This is what NIU does, go for it on 4th down.
And 16 for 20, best in the MAC this year on 4th down. They were 4 for 4 at Kent State last week. Lombardi's going to pooch punt it. He's done this before, and he's really good at it. Wow. Inside the 5, dead at the 1. How about that? Rocky Lombardi. And it's killed by Billy Dozier, the wide receiver. A 49-yard punt.
Well, we said he can do it all. We didn't mention the fact he can a deadly pooch punter as well. And I think that was a great decision. I'm sitting there thinking, man, 4th and long like that at that area of the field, and that was just a great job there. There's no one back for Ball State. It worked out perfectly.
That's a lost art in college football.
It really is.
You see it a couple times a year, and usually it's not done as well as that.
Correct.
So at least Northern Illinois is able to flip the field. Now Ball State with a 10-point lead. A little over a minute to go here in the first quarter. Back up against their end zone. They'll give it to their big rookie running back, Carson Steele, trying to give them some breathing room, maybe a half yard before Jeffrey Griffin, the nose tackle, who's coming back from a leg injury, gets him to the ground.
Jeffrey Griffin is 300 pounds. I don't care how big Carson Steele is. You're not going to run over big number 8.
Win tonight for Ball State. They'll move into a first-place tie in the West with these Huskies. Plitt rolling out. Throw is incomplete, intended for Jackson. I'll stop the clock with 23 seconds to go here in the quarter.
Kind of become limited with what you can do backed up like this. You see Northern Illinois subs 5 guys onto the field. They really like to do that, change those personnel groups up and match what Ball State wants to do offensively.
Flip 50-50 from under center and from the gun. From the gun and the end zone. Throws deep. Going to Tyler. Great adjustment. Can't haul it in. Johannes Tyler, the last couple of years, you and I have seen him make great adjustments with the ball in the air. Almost made a one-handed grab there. But Javon Bird again defended well.
And the coverage on the perimeter for NIU has been fantastic. They keep trying to feed the ball to Tyler. It's just good coverage. I mean, it was a back shoulder throw, and Tyler would have had to make it with one arm. But you're right, though. I mean, how about the MAC championship last year you and I called?
Here's Nathan Snyder with the punt. Cole Tucker to return. And there's a bunch of laundry on the field. Tucker is dropped at about the 47-yard line after that 45-yard kick from the end zone. Our referee tonight, Greg Sujak. This is why Lombardi's punt was so big. Even though they had to kick it, they were able to flip the field.
During the return, holding. Number 17, return team. The 10-yard penalty will be assessed from the end of the run. Northern keeps the ball, 1st and 10.
And even after the penalty, this is going to be good field position to start this series for NIU. What do they need to do here to get their offensive night started?
They really can't get anything going run game wise. I think they need to try to just shoot the ball out to Trayvon Rudolph. Okay, just get the ball in his hands, get Rocky Lombardi in a little bit of a rhythm, because they just look a little bit off right now. Let's try that quick passing game, get your playmakers the ball, and try to get some momentum.
Number 2 rushing offense in the MAC, 221 yards per game so far tonight, 34 on the ground. But here's an inspiring play from Jay Ducker. Jay Ducker, the freshman out of Bellevue, Nebraska, a gain of 17. And that'll be the last play of the quarter. Bronstock Trophy up for grabs tonight in DeKalb, Illinois. A little action on a Wednesday night. And these Cardinals of Ball State have taken advantage of 2 Huskies turnovers. They lead it 10-0 after 1.
To run a growing business is to be on a journey. And along the ride, you'll have many questions, challenges, and a few surprises. But wherever you are on your journey, your Dell Technologies advisor is here for you with the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Shh, you think she's still awake?
Don't worry. The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
One crispy Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich for you. And a delicious crispy spicy one for whoever needs a little kick in the keister. Get the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich in classic or spicy for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Progressive presents At Home with Baker Mayfield.
Really appreciate you stepping into house sit. Everything should be pretty straightforward. Here's the keys. Let me show you inside. So each heater's on its own power grid, so you're just gonna have to throw the breakers each night. Tuesday's trash day. Just pull the dumpsters out the night before. Do you like dogs?
There are dogs?
There's a whole section of them. If you're gonna leave, remember to set the alarm. The code is 6.
Just 6? Shh.
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me? What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
With me.
With me!
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
With me.
Me.
With me.
We're getting this story out there. We need a plan.
Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us.
If Philly Garcia didn't have the fighting spirit to drive his ambition, he never would have left home for LA with only his car to sleep in. If he listened to those who rejected him, he never would have sold that car to pay for his dream. And if he lacked the will to improve his craft, he never would have made a name for himself, lining up some of the biggest names in pro sports. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
With Voltaren Arthritis Pain Gel, my husband's got his moves back.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory gel for powerful arthritis pain relief. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out pizzas the Hut.
Shh, you think she's still awake?
Don't worry.
The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
A Big Ten doubleheader. Saturday on ABC.
Another slow start for Thomas Hammock's Northern Illinois Huskies, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yes, and they certainly finished great. You see plus 44 on teams, but it's especially that second and third quarter, Clay. We talked to him about it. He said, look, we need more focus right in that middle of that game. Can't get complacent.
Rocky Lombardi going to the air and incomplete. There's some coverage that drew some contact. No penalty flag. He was trying to hit Ducker out of the backfield. Clayton Call, who was having a great year, the Sam linebacker, was right there with Ducker at second down.
And Tyler Stockton, the defensive coordinator, told us this week, Clayton Call, one of the smartest football players on the team. He's also a guy, he's played about every position on this defense. He's played safety, played linebackers, played a little D-line. But he said, look, he's the future. Next year, this is going to be his football team. He thinks that highly of him.
These are the first plays for NIU in plus territory. That's complete inside the 35. And it's caught by Cole Tucker. Martin makes the tackle. Let's talk about Tyler Stockton. He's a young coach, 31 years old. He went to Notre Dame. We're not going to hold that against him. Nice. Second youngest defensive coordinator in the FBS.
Yeah, he does a great job, you know, and I really like their scheme so far this year. And again, go back to that MAC championship game last year. Same thing, caused a bunch of turnovers that really helped that offense, help them win that game.
You guys did cross paths at Notre Dame.
We did not. I am much, much older. Yeah.
Third and short. That's going to be a first down and more for Ducker. Gets inside the 15, and he's collared at about the 10-yard line by Cosby. One of the biggest plays of the night for Northern Illinois, a gain of 27.
And this was just a student body right. They pulled three guys, three offensive linemen getting downfield, all of them making some blocks. And then it's just Jay Ducker there, just patient, and turns on the Jets. And this is what Thomas Hammock wants for his offense. Run, 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 pound the ball, hit you in the mouth. And again, we're seeing those bigger bodies out there on that field.
Harrison Whaley has been out with an injury since week 5. Ducker has been the feature back since, and he is not disappointed. He's going to get it here, and he's going to run into a stone wall at the 10-yard line. Second down and goal. As Jack Saint, the defensive end, was right there to lead the charge for Ball State. This is an important series here for NIU. You get the feeling they need to get into the end zone to just kind of make a statement, if nothing else.
Yeah, because they've had the 2 turnovers, and this is far and away their best drive. The only time tonight they've had some rhythm, but yeah, they got to cap it off with a touchdown. Rocky Lombardi down here likes to be able to run around a little bit too. Look for him to keep it.
They've been great in the red zone. settling for too many field goals. Here's Lombardi rolling out. He's going to throw a looper, and it's incomplete, but flags all over the place. He was trying to find Tucker in the back of the end zone, but Uzodinma going to be flagged here for the pass interference we expect.
There's no doubt about it on that one. Uzodinma with the penalty.
Pass interference. Defense, number 3. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal.
A.J. Uzodinma, the cornerback, he had a pick 6 against NIU in this game last year. Called for the penalty here.
I mean, it looked like he kind of just got beat a little bit and then just got tangled up and pulled him down. Can't do it. Now the ball's on the 2-yard line. I think it's got to be run all the way here.
And it's the fullback, Ratkovich, bouncing into some traffic. Second effort, got him. Touchdown, Clint Ratkovich. His team-high 8th rushing touchdown of the year, and NIU is on the board. Man, they love that guy here in DeKalb.
They do. He's so versatile. But look, this is a drive where they finally got back to what they do best. That's run the football, and he just stayed with it. Kind of ran into a wall, but then spun out of it and was able to punch it in for the touchdown. Again, that's NIU football. A little bit of the outside run, but a lot of that just kind of downhill on that defense.
John Richardson tacks on the extra point to make it 10-7 with 12:41 to go here in the first half. Clint Ratkovich, who's been invited to the East-West Shrine game, gets NIU into the end zone.
This flag isn't backwards. It's facing this way because it's moving forward. Just like the men and women who wear it on their uniforms and the country it represents. They're all only meant to move one direction, which is why we fly it this way, on the flanks of the all-new Grand Wagoneer, moving boldly and unstoppably forward.
Butter pecan.
Buttercream.
Butternut squash.
Butter garlic.
Better not come in here with that noise. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger. Baseball. Butter, 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 butter. Sweet butter.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going.
Her very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
This season, with our friends at the College Football Playoff and Eckrich, we're going to award a National Tailgate Champion. Share a photo of your best tailgate, then just sit back as America votes. Are you the National Tailgate Champion? Eckrich, you do you.
It's a great time to get Domino's, because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there? With the 4 and the 9?
Kinda funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
Hinge is the dating app that's designed to be deleted. So meet someone worth meeting and get rid of us. We wouldn't want it any other way.
Welcome to the lifestyles of the smart and savvy. Today, the Coopers are a cost-conscious couple. But back in the day, not so much. Now, saving is more their style, which is why they chose Consumer Cellular. They get the same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Imagine talk, text, and data starting at $20 a month. And award-winning customer service. Switch to Consumer Cellular today and get $100.
Attention Zantac users. The FDA requested manufacturers to pull Zantac off the market. If you have any of these cancers, time is critical. Call now for a free consultation. If you don't win, you pay nothing.
ESPN, home of the College Football Playoff. Run it.
And the playoff will be here before we know it. And my goodness, Here we are deep into November. 10-7, 12:41 to go. First half, it's a 6-play, 58-yard scoring drive for NIU to get on the board. And good coverage by the Huskies, stopping Ball State short of the 25-yard line. David Shinhoster, the linebacker, in on teams, making that hit. All right, college football playoff top 6 as of yesterday, the reveal. This is presented by Goodyear. What do you take away from last night's reveal?
Well, you know, Ohio State moves up from 5 to 4, so now they're in that 4th spot there. UC, even though they didn't win convincingly over Tulsa, they move up from 5 to 6. I think the question a lot of folks have is, how is Michigan at 6 over Michigan State when Michigan State beat Michigan?
Carson Steele on first down. And Oklahoma, of course, they were on bye last week. They stay right at number 8. Do you think they're being treated fairly?
I think so. I mean, they're undefeated. And look, I mean, there's what, 4 undefeated teams in college football? It's a hard thing to do. And I think that should be rewarded. You're talking 19, 20-year-old kids. To have them find a way to win week in, week out, it's a tough thing to do.
Drew Plitt tosses it to Steele, has some room, has a block, and he's got a first down for the Cardinals.
Tell you what, even though, again, he's a bigger guy, he's got some sweet feet to him, right? Saw them things chopping a little bit, cutting back. I like the way he runs.
And I like the way you think, and that's why I want your opinion on these college football playoff teams that you have here. This is your top 8.
Right. So I had UC at 4 again. The fact that they're undefeated, I think that gets them in. And still, I put Oklahoma at 5.
There's Plitt complete, and nice effort there after the catch for Jackson. Second down.
I mean, look, the 2 best wins in college football this year is Oregon beating Ohio State and UC beating Notre Dame on the road. And, you know, it's hard to argue that. And that actually may be the best win with how Notre Dame is playing right now at the moment.
Nice cut to the outside by Steele. And he's out in free flight inside the 20, inside the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. Finally brought down by Lance DeVoe, the linebacker from behind. Big play for Carson Steele. That's a run of 50 for the freshman.
Just a good job of him cutting back. Just see a little shuffle to the side, and the speed. A bigger guy, big legs. But look, I mean, no one's out there just running him down real easy.
Now the jet sweep to Hall, looking for the end zone. He's got it. Quick scoring drive for the Cardinals as they answer back from the NIU touchdown. Hall from 7 yards out. That's his 5th rushing touchdown of the year.
I mean, that is devastating for NIU. They finally get a scoring drive together, and it was kind of slow and methodical, move the ball down the field, and 5 plays later, boom, 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 Ball State answers on the ground.
Now Jake Chenove comes on for the extra point for the Cardinals. And right between the eyes. 17-7 now with 10:50 to go in the half. Touchdown run for Justin Hall, set up thanks to that 50-yard run by the freshman Carson Steele. The Cardinals on the road playing well tonight in DeKalb.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
With DirecTV Stream, I can get live TV and on demand together. Watch Serena Williams, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman. Serena, Wonder Woman.
You cannot be serious!
Get your TV together with the best of live and on demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream.
It's the Black Friday sale at Kay. Get 25 to 50% off everything. Find gifts they'll love. At savings you'll love. Celebrate every kiss with Kay.
This is the first photo of your life, son. Your first smile, your first bath, the room we made for you. And you'll meet Nana and Grandpa. I can't wait for the world to see you like I do.
The new GMC Sierra with hands-free driving offers the most advanced and luxurious pickup in its class. Yeah, it runs.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. A hot, buttery treasure loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and sausage or bacon. And to top it off right now, they're just $1. $1. Now there's no reason to go somewhere else. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Recovery makes you stronger. It's my weapon. With 36 years old and I still compete with the best players and I still maintain the shape. To be the best, you need the best. That's why I choose Theragun.
ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks, is brought to you by USAA. This Veterans Day, we invite you to honor all who serve with a simple act to show your thanks. See how at usaa.com/Veterans Day.
Last month at halftime of the Ball State Army game, Coach Mike New's son Carson took the oath of enlistment for the Army National Guard. Mike came out of the locker room at halftime to watch, and there's no doubt he got choked up.
You can see in that picture how proud he was of his son. That's a very, very cool thing.
Yeah, I think he's proud of his team here tonight. Yeah. Leading by 10 on the road. Tough place to play. The weather's not good tonight. He's getting some pretty good performances, including from his freshman Carson Steele, who's got some great hair.
Beautiful hair.
And he's got some good moves. And how about this Ball State coverage team all fired up? As Northern Illinois is going to have a fairly long field here, starting at their own 14-yard line. As Brock Burns got down.
Now, last drive, we really saw the run game for NIU come around, and they got some bigger bodies on the field, went 2 tight ends, actually some jumbo, multiple offensive linemen on the field for the touchdown here. See if they continue with that.
There's 97 yards of total offense so far, a couple of turnovers for NIU. Ontario Brown, his first touch in a long time. He fumbled in the first quarter against Bowling Green, and he hasn't really played since.
I don't think he's gotten a touch since. That might be his first touch since, but I like getting him involved. Ontario Brown, 215 pounds, so he's a little bit bigger of a running back. They want to keep going with this run game.
So he gets 3 yards, 2nd down and 7. Again, this offense missing Tyrese Ritchie, top pass catcher, hurt last week. It's Brown again, looking for room, can't find any, maybe a yard. There's Clayton Call, who stepped up when Brandon Martin got hurt, and they haven't been able to take him out of the lineup.
And to have a good defense, Clay, you got to have edges. Okay, you can't let teams just get around. You watch on the right side of your screen, boom, push off the block, and then still be able to come out and make the tackle. That's just fantastic. You cannot stop the run if you continue to let teams get outside you. That's a way to shut that thing down by big number 32.
NIU has converted once on 3rd down. It has not been a good year in that statistical category for the Huskies. This is complete, well short of the line to gain. Great open field tackle by J.T. Wahi again as he brings down Cole Tucker, and it's 4th down.
And again, that route's broke off 2 yards before the sticks there, and he's coming back towards the quarterback, so it's going to be harder for him to change directions and get back and break a tackle and get the 1st down. I don't love that play call right there.
So Matt Ferentz comes out. They need a boomer from him. The veteran will leave Northern Illinois with almost every punting record in school history. He's standing inside the 10. Justin Hall looking for some room, hoping to get a good return. It's going to bounce and roll inside the 35, and that's where it will die. Well, college hoops is back, and what a game we have for you on Friday night. Colin Gillespie leading number 4 Villanova against Johnny Juzang and number 2 UCLA. It's a top 5 West Coast primetime matchup. It starts at 11:30 Eastern, 8:30 Pacific on ESPN2. College basketball, top 10. Gonzaga, last year's runner-up. Number 1 in the country. Baylor, the defending champs. They come in at number 8.
And Clay, this is a real opportunity right now for Ball State. We're checking out the basketball preseason top 10.
What, you don't want to go on and talk about the top 10 in
I got
basketball?
nothing. I got absolutely nothing. Sorry.
Drew Plitt on the run. Oh, should have been caught. Incomplete, intended for Jordan Williams, the tight end.
But no, this is an opportunity for Ball State. So Northern Illinois goes down. They get the touchdown. Then 5 plays. Ball State gets the ball back, puts it in for a touchdown here. Now they go 3 and out. They get the ball back again. This is a way you can really start to put this game away a little bit here early. Not starting off well.
Jordan Williams, a converted linebacker, moved to tight end in the spring. You can see that he's still figuring out the position. And now Steele gets to the 35, maybe a yard and a half. That's it. So 3rd and long. And here's a chance for Northern Illinois to get off the field and get the football back.
Here we see NIU subbing 4 guys, 4 new fresh bodies out on the field here. Let's see what Mike New and Kevin Lynch draw up here. Interesting formation. Everybody kind of compact here. Imagine they'll kind of burst out, spread out, and try to create some space here for Drew Plitt to throw the ball.
Plitt, 5-step drop, sets, throws, complete to Tyler, and we've got flags. And this is likely a holding call against Ball State.
Holding, number 62, offense. Penalties declined. 4th down.
Curtis Blackwell, the right guard, making his 45th career start here tonight. Penalty decline, punting situation for Ball State. And so now NIU, with all their timeouts, plenty of time on the clock, they have a chance to drive down and cut into this lead. Lucas Burrow, the Australian redshirt freshman, is going to come on for this punt. They've used a couple of different punters this year. Burrow and Cole Tucker will call for the fair catch at the 26-yard line. 38-yard punt. No return. 7:40 to go. First half here in DeKalb. Big one in the MAC West.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that follow you everywhere. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meats.
What is this?
Is that a hairball? They're everywhere.
We have a cat problem.
Gentlemen, the Heisman house is getting a dog. Go show those cats who's boss.
Well, that didn't work out well.
Take a look at this heart. It's the one I'm gonna use to love.
Warm feet and cold hands. Find the fine life, baby.
Every business is on a journey, and along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor can help you find the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Hey, Rick Ross, is Wingstop worried about the wing shortage?
Nah, we doing thighs.
Introducing thighs. Crispy, juicy, sauced, and tossed. Now available at Wingstop.
Get ready.
Something's cooking.
What is the plan?
Is this what you wanted?
This is the way.
Are you ready for Monday night?
So Northern Illinois brings the offense back out for their 7th drive of the game. It hasn't been a good night offensively. 1 touchdown drive, 6 plays, 58 yards. All the other drives, 18 plays, 54 yards, and 2 turnovers.
And Lombardi's not found the magic through the air as he has the last couple of games.
Miles Joyner, the tight end, moves in close to the formation. They're going to run it. Ducker cuts it up, gets across the 30, spins 35. Good run to about the 38-yard line. That's a first down. Call and Wahi on the stop, but it's a gain of a dozen.
And that's tough because Ball State had this thing dead to rights for about a 6-yard loss, but missed tackles, and that was what really hurt them last week against Akron. The reason why they gave up a bunch of big plays. You got guys in position to make tackles, they got to do it, and they didn't. And it's a nice first down pickup there for Ducker.
And what have we been told about Ducker? And we saw it firsthand last week. He gets better as the game goes on. He'll get it again. Now looking for room on the left side, and he's found it. Big run inside the 50 and down to the 42-yard line. Jay Ducker, back-to-back big plays, 19 yards on that carry. This is a little bit more like the NIU offense we've come to know this year.
And once you watch the left tackle, Marcus Cox, reel around, and it's pancake time. I mean, that's ugly. I mean, an offensive tackle on a cornerback, that's a matchup you want. That's a great job of play design there by Eric Edness, the offensive coordinator.
I'll stay with what's working. It's the run, and this time it's Blakemore getting a turn. He'll get a handful.
I mean, it's literally been the same play 3 times in a row. Went to the right, then they went to the left, and now they come back to the right. You're seeing 2 and 3 offensive linemen pulling, getting out in front.
And this old line, I mean, they've opened up holes all year for the run game, and they've only allowed 6 sacks on the year. This offensive line has done a great job.
That is huge. I mean, when your quarterback's back there with confidence and knowing he's not going to get hit every single play, that helps him out a bunch. Boys are really doing a good job up front.
Sorahan and Joyner, 2 tight ends. Tight formation. Ratkovich in the backfield to the left of Lombardi. Lombardi, a little flip to Rudolph. And look at him go inside the 30. Trayvon Rudolph, that's his first big play tonight. Brett Anderson got him to the sideline, but another 19-yard pickup.
Well, recall a minute or 2 ago I talked about if you don't have an edge, you don't have a defense, and right now Ball State doesn't. And they're getting those offensive linemen, the fullback, out on that edge and just sealing everything down. Ball State has got to do something. They got to get some pressure, something coming out to contain that thing. Right now, they got no answers.
That's the biggest completion tonight for Rocky Lombardi. That goes as a pass, 19 yards. Here's Ducker. Stumbles, can't stay on his feet, and he's down at the hash marks. No gain. As Call again gets in there to disrupt that play. Clayton Call played for his dad, Chris, at Franklin Community High School in Indiana. You can tell he's a coach's kid.
Yeah, he's, again, like Tyler Stockton told us how smart of a player he is. Plays so many different positions, and he's a guy you can't bring off the field.
2nd down and 10. Under 5 minutes to go before halftime. Northern Illinois has been chasing it a bit here tonight. But they're looking good on this drive. They're inside the 10. Cole Tucker, first down and goal to go. This is his second game back after missing 4 with an injury, and he has looked good the last couple weeks.
And that was Rocky Lombardi's best throw of the night. Back foot hits, ball's launched in the perfect spot there for Cole to continue the route after the catch. And now here we go, Clay, where we're getting jumbo personnel. On the field, you see Tyler Stockton sending their big guys out on defense.
Great opportunity here for Northern Illinois if they can finish this drive. They're going to start with the football in the second half. Ball State's had the momentum here so far tonight, but they can steal it away before halftime. Ontario Brown in the backfield. Lombardi is going to hand off to him. And not much there. He stopped at the 7. It's Jalen Thomas, fifth-year senior. He's been a tackling machine throughout his career, making that stop. Second down and goal to go for NIU.
It just looks like Northern Illinois is out-leveraging Ball State on the outside, even from their alignments. I'd like to look for them to kind of go with that play that's been working for them, pulling those offensive linemen to one side and getting that thing to the perimeter a bit.
Lombardi away from center this time. Brown gets the carry, flags down, Brown's in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Will it stick? That's a 7-yard touchdown run for Brown, but there is a marker on the field. Let's see what Greg Sujak has to say here.
Personal foul, leg whip, number 70, offense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, remains second down.
I don't think we've heard a leg whip called this year, but that's the case. Marcus Cox, who had that pancake block earlier, called for the penalty this time.
Yeah, he's up to the top of the screen, and yeah, I mean, he could, that affected the play.
Oh, that's
went to the other side.
That's a costly penalty, too.
Costly one, yeah. Really moves him back. 15 yards.
Now Thomas Hammock not happy about it. But they'll back him up to the 22. Well, Brown will try again. And they get it to Trayvon Rudolph on this play. JT Wahi got him to the sideline. So third down and goal to go from the 20. The red zone efficiency for NIU has been spectacular this year when you're talking scoring.
Yes.
Now, when you're talking touchdowns, that's a different matter. They've settled for a lot of field goals this year.
They really have, but at least finding a way to put points on the board.
Ratkovich behind Lombardi. Play fake to him. Lombardi throws, looking to the end zone, and it was underthrown, intended for Rudolph. Wahi didn't even turn around, but he broke up the play. And it's fourth down.
Well, you're right. He didn't get his head around, but it was still good coverage. He maintained. I mean, he's very, really close there. No face guarding or anything like that. And ball just hits him in the back of the head. And that's a great stop. Coming off that penalty there, which really hurt NIU, is going to force the field goal here. And we should mention a lot of whipping winds right now in this stadium, per usual.
John Richardson, a 38-yard attempt. And it is good. Richardson missed his only attempt last week from 51 yards, but he is good from 38 here. So NIU gets some more points, and it's a 7-point difference now.
Doritos spicy sweet chili wings.
Get them while you can.
Right. Spicy sweet chips always. Cheers. Oh yeah. Pepsi.
everyone wins.
To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Your mission, stand up to moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis and take it on with Rinvoq. Rinvoq, a once daily pill, can dramatically improve symptoms. Rinvoq helps tame pain, stiffness, swelling, and for some, Rinvoq can even significantly reduce RA fatigue. That's Rinvoq relief. With RA, your overactive immune system attacks your joints. Rinvoq regulates it to help stop the attack.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious infections and blood clots, sometimes fatal, have occurred, as have certain cancers, including lymphoma, and tears in the stomach or intestines, and changes in lab results. Your doctor should monitor your blood work. Tell your doctor about any infections, and if you are or may become pregnant while taking Rinvoq.
Take on RA. Talk to your rheumatologist about Rinvoq relief. Rinvoq, make it your mission. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Rinvoq.
It's a gas card. You can always use gas.
Always.
But you have a...
Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow?
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey, that...
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
Hey, you! Domino's is giving away $15 million in surprise frees.
Lava cake. Other delivery apps add surprise fees.
It's not cheap.
At Domino's, we're giving out surprise frees instead.
Frees with an R.
But we're gonna let you know ahead of time. Maybe not like this, though. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free food, like lava cakes, stuffed cheesy bread, or pizza. Check the Domino's tracker to find out.
Home give you like surprise frees.
This is no ordinary man. He saved money on auto insurance without sacrificing quality.
What's with Dad? Let him have this.
Switch to Amica, a company known for superhuman service and coverage. Get your quote today.
Phil Murphy here in your college football studio, and coming up on the Peloton halftime report, Trevor Matich and I look at that 6v7 hot topic debate in the latest college football playoff rankings, and we look ahead to the Saturday slate. Perhaps some of those Big Ten favorites on upset alert, and why #1 Georgia's defense may face its toughest test yet.
All right, Phil, we'll see you in a little bit. Just over 2 minutes to go here in DeKalb in the first half. Jalen McGoy on the return for the Cardinals. And that was a win for the Cardinals defensively, holding NIU to a field goal. As we take a look at Week 11 in college football, some of the games we're going to be keeping an eye on this weekend. Of course, number 5, Cincinnati. Not only do they have to win at South Florida to keep their Magic season alive, they got to put up style points.
Yeah, they got to pile it on. They really do. And that's the thing they've not been able to do. They were lucky to get out of that game last week versus Tulsa with a win.
And of course, Purdue at Ohio State, a big one in the Big Ten. Ohio State also can't afford a loss to keep their national championship hopes alive. Johannes Tyler with that touch. Javon Bird, another tackle. I'll tell you what, the true freshman starter out of Milwaukee has been great at corner tonight for this defense.
But this defense needs to make a stop here, Clay, before halftime. They've given up a couple quick scoring drives.
Tyler tackled immediately. Jordan Gandy wrapped him up in the open field, and it's going to be 3rd down and long.
That's just a throw that took way too long. Ball floated in the air and was telegraphed a little bit, and the defender was able to make a break on it. Got to figure you get Justin Hall involved here to the top of the screen.
And they are not going to get there. No gain on the play, and NIU's defense stands. C.J. Brown, their leading tackler, comes in to make the hit.
NIU played cover 0, which means they had no safety deep. Everyone was up on the line of scrimmage.
It will run 30 seconds.
Timeout.
And he just shot that gap and made a big play.
Timeout called by Northern Illinois. And here's an opportunity. You know, they're going to get the football back with all of their timeouts remaining. Well, 2 left, I should say. And They're going to have the football to start the second half. Now, settling for a field goal on that last series was disappointing for Thomas Hammock.
Right.
But if they can get any points here, it'd be huge.
Huge. I mean, to get a quick 3 and out like that and then get the ball back.
Tucker is back at the 25 of Northern Illinois. This is Snyder to punt this time. No pressure. Good kick. Tucker calls for the fair catch at the 22 with 1 minute and 1 second to go before the half. This season, along with their contributions to the university's general scholarship funds, for every field goal and extra point made, All-State is donating to the American Red Cross to help with disaster relief efforts. We say thank you to All-State. So what's the approach here for Northern Illinois? They have turned it over twice.
They have. It's going to be a lot through the air here, but I think with just a minute left and 2 timeouts, you got to get a chunk yardage play early here at some point. Within the first 2-3 plays, pick up some big yardage, give yourself a chance to put something on the board.
Lombardi 8 for 14. Complete here to Ratkovich out of the backfield. He'll get about 5. Lombardi threw that early interception. And now a timeout, Northern Illinois.
Second. It will be 30 seconds.
I just don't think you want to burn that timeout so early like that. You're going to throw it something toward the outside of the field and let the wide receiver step out of bounds.
5 straight wins before last week for NIU. Thomas Hammock said they moved on pretty quickly after that loss, saying, you know, our goal to win the MAC is still intact. We had good practices this week, and we're feeling pretty confident playing at home.
Yeah, he said, if you want to win the war, go beat Ball State. Let's get that last game out of our heads, and because this is the one. This is it. If they win this game, they have a 2-game lead in the West.
Second down and 5 after the timeout. Lombardi throws complete. That is a first down to Tristan Tavis, the tight end, across the 35. They've got to hurry. Just 1 timeout left.
And they don't need to clock it here. They can just snap the ball. There you go.
Again over the middle. Short pass. Ratkovich. This isn't doing a lot, and they're going to use their last timeout. Very conservative down the middle of the field.
Charge timeout.
Your thoughts?
Northern.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Third and final.
Why don't at least
It will
try
also be 30
something
seconds.
to the outside part of the field to save you? I mean, you have 2 timeouts there. That's more than enough, but you burn them right away with no attempt to go to the outside part of the field. You almost get the impression they weren't even trying to score, just trying to get up to halftime or something. I don't know. I don't love that.
This is a young team for Thomas Hammock. 75 first or second year freshman on the roster. Had some growing pains last year. Went 0-6. Were the last undefeated team in league play before last week. As they've turned around the program quickly. Second down and 4 now. As Northern Illinois is out of timeouts. Lombardi. He's going to take a deep shot down the middle. Has a man. It is Tucker. He's got it. Touchdown. Oh, my. Rocky Lombardi. 58 yards to Tucker. Now there's a flag at the 20-yard line. I don't think this is going to affect the touchdown.
The cardinal sin of that point.
The result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, sideline warning is assessed against Northern for bench conduct. That is a no yardage issue, but it's their warning.
You just cannot in that situation allow anybody to get behind you if you're Ball State. You keep everything in front of you. There's no way that Northern Illinois is going to be able to go down the field and score in that short of a time, and you just allow one to get over your head.
Malcolm Lee, the safety, was trailing 5 yards behind on that play, and the extra point is good. And we are tied at 17. Northern Illinois And their veteran quarterback, the transfer from Michigan State, Rocky Lombardi. They've been chasing the Cardinals all night and finally knotted up at 17 here at the tail end of the first half.
And what a throw. I mean, he's rolling away from his throwing arm and is able to kind of plant and get his shoulders turned around and throw a bomb down the field. And again, Ball State, you got to be sick if you're Tyler Stockton right now, allowing a wide receiver to get behind your defense in that situation.
What did Thomas Hammock tell you and I, before last week? With Rocky Lombardi, it's not always going to be pretty.
Yeah.
He's had the interception tonight, missed some throws. The offense looked, stagnant early on, but he's going to make big plays too. And here they are tied now with 29 seconds to go in the half.
He's proven how many big plays he can make. He's shown his toughness. This guy you can't count out.
And he cannot count out Drew Plitt either. He's got 24 seconds and all of his timeouts left. And if there's anybody in this league who can be efficient without a lot of time on the clock, it's Drew Plitt.
Yeah, this guy's been around forever, and he's got plenty of weapons to get the ball with the 3 timeouts. This is going to be fun to watch here to see how he orchestrates this offense. Got to figure Justin Hall has got to be a big part of this.
Here's Plitt, 9th possession of the half for the Cardinals. He's going to take a deep shot to McGoy, and it's picked off. Intercepted, I believe. There was a battle for it. It sure looked like it was intercepted by Javon Bird. Did Jalen McGoy steal it back at the end? There's going to be a long look at this. We know that for sure.
Is of a completed catch.
Wow, they're going to call it a completion.
After the play was over, charge timeout, Ball State.
It sure looked like Bird picked it off.
30 seconds.
In the only way, it looked like he may have just wrestled this thing out of his hand, out of the defender's hands, going to the ground.
Huh. Well, I think Bird is down. I think he makes the pick, and then his backside is down.
But did he have possession? Is it?
Clock operator.
You count that as possession as he's going down?
To 15 seconds. Thank you.
They were already on the ground when McGoy wrestled it away.
And then the ball kind of squirts out and catches it with his legs. But the rolling on the field is a catch. Is there enough to overturn that? I don't think so. What an odd play.
I'm surprised they're not reviewing it.
Yeah. Especially after the timeout.
What a break for Ball State. It looked like an interception. First down and 10 from the 18-yard line. Plitt, he's going to take a shot to Hines in the end zone. Incomplete. Off the left hand of Johann Styler. Jordan Gandy in the coverage. Second down.
He's just not been able to connect with Johann Tyler tonight, but credit to NIU, they've had great coverage on him.
He surprised a lot of defensive coordinators last year, Tyler. Not this year. They're all game planning for him, and they've taken him out in a lot of games. Second down and 10. Plitt looking over the middle, and it's complete to Will Jones, the running back, and he backs down for a first down to the 7-yard line and a timeout called by the Cardinals.
The result of the play is a first down. Charge timeout.
With 4 seconds left.
They're second. It will be 30 seconds.
With 4 seconds, there's no time to run another play unless you're just going to go for it. That would be the last play. So imagine they're going to kick this ball. How about that with 29 seconds left? Find a way to potentially put some points on the board.
Well, that's Drew Plitt.
Drew Plitt. But it's also the wide receiver McGoy for finding a way to wrestle that ball away from the defender. I mean, that's one of the biggest plays in the first half.
So it'll be Jake Chenove to kick this short field goal, a 24-yard attempt. to give Ball State the lead at the half. What did you expect on a Wednesday night in the MAC with
action?
First place on the line in the West. An entertaining first half. Jake Chenove out of the hold of Nathan Schneider, and it is no good. Wow. Huge missed opportunity for Ball State. Look at Thomas Hammock. Oh, the big man is fired up. 17-17 after 30 minutes into Cal, Illinois. You're going to want to stick around for the second half. Right now, the halftime report with Phil Murphy and Trevor Matich.
Man, the ink has hardly dried on Thomas Hammock's extension, and that was a pretty crazy end to the first half. Welcome into the college football studios. This is your Peloton halftime report. I'm Phil Murphy. He is Trevor Matich. We have lots to discuss with the college football playoff rankings, but Trevor, a lot of action on this Wednesday, and we do start with Kent State and Central Michigan. The pregame total in this one, 77. They got some work to do, but Dustin Crum finding Chris Leach here.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Kent State has one of the most exciting up-tempo offenses in college football, but it's only a matter of time for Central.
Shouts to the Kent State uniforms as well. They had the powder blues last week, still kind of a Dan Fouts old school Chargers homage there. 14-0 there at Central Michigan. Head down the road, the I-75 head-to-head. These schools separated by 26 miles. I think Bryant Koback ran for 26 miles on this one.
I think he did. Toledo got going early, and then they bogged down until there were about 4 minutes to go until halftime. And Bowling Green started to make it a game until then. Yeah, Terrion Stewart, 8-yard touchdown run, cuts the 14-point Toledo lead in half. But as is wont to happen with a Rocket, they got some acceleration. Toledo lost a shootout last week to Eastern Michigan. They're leaving little doubt here. Danzel McKinley-Lewis, 58 yards for the house. As is wont to happen. With 4 minutes to go, it was a 4-point game. And since then, explosion by Toledo. And then 35-10. Speaking of explosion and eruption, a lot of high emotions around the 6v7 debate in the college football rankings. Trevor has some thoughts. We'll talk to you in a bit.
This halftime report is presented by Peloton. Get the original bike, still at the best price ever.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
You think she's still awake?
Don't worry. The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
It starts with a mother's determination to treat her baby's eczema and grows into a family business that helps thousands more. It starts with an Army vet's dream of studying the stars and grows into a new career as an astrophysicist. It starts with an engineer's desire to start over and grows into an award-winning restaurant that creates local jobs. They learned how on YouTube. What will you learn?
You only get one first bite of the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, so you better make it the best one, which is this one here. Oh, but it's also this one. Oh, but this one's a good-looking bite, too. Try the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich today for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need.
How about a throwback?
You got it.
I'll settle for something I can dance to.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Explore your passions. Turn dreams into realities. Get involved, connected. Bring your ideas, innovations, and artistry to life, where your education is affordable, where you can make a difference, where you are welcomed, inspired, and challenged, where you can be a Husky. It all begins with a visit to NIU.
Okay.
It hurts.
Be careful, all right? Know what really hurts? When you go to the doctor and they don't believe you're in pain because of the color of your skin. Why is that still happening? I don't want him growing up having to deal with that crap. But with Oscar, he won't have to. They pair us with doctors who believe us when we say,
ouch.
Oh boy.
With Oscar, a dedicated care team helps you find doctors you can trust.
Beat the stress with the Planet Fitness Black Card and get all the perks for zero enrollment, $22.99 a month, now through November 16th, like access to over 2,000 locations. Bring a guest anytime. Relax with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for zero enrollment and $22.99 a month. Hurry, deal ends November 16th.
Join Planet Fitness today for no enrollment. Hurry offer ends Tuesday, November 16th.
Welcome back to the Peloton Halftime Report.
Phil Murphy and Trevor Matich here in studio. And Trevor, we were sitting in these very seats yesterday. College football playoff rankings come out 1-5, no surprises. And then 6 and 7, Michigan over Michigan State. Spartans won the head-to-head less than 2 weeks ago.
Let me have a caveat here that I respect the committee. But they have the same record.
Yep.
They played on the field.
Yep.
Michigan State won the game.
Affirmed.
Michigan is rated ahead. As a player, I hate it that they're looking for ways to plug metrics into an almighty spreadsheet that would erase the result on the field between two teams that otherwise have the same record. Phil, I love the committee. I respect them. But I hate that spreadsheet. I hate it.
But even the spreadsheet, if you look at strength of records, Michigan State's is better. And yeah, oh, by the way, 197 rush yards and 5 TDs in a 37-33 win. Is it any consolation that if Michigan State and Michigan win out, the Michigan State will represent their division in the Big Ten championship game?
Yes, Michigan State still controls their destiny, probably all the way to the playoff. It will be tough because now their margin of error is erased.
It is part of a big college football Saturday. They all are, in truth, in November. Michigan and Penn State get things kicked off at noon. Michigan only favored by 1.5 in that game. That gets going on ABC. You can also stream it live on the ESPN app. And it's followed by Purdue heading to the Shoe. Heck of a finish for Ohio State. Purdue, Michigan State, and Michigan. Trevor, speaking of Purdue, I know you were impressed by one player in particular in their win over Michigan State.
Well, yeah, Michigan State and then Iowa, two teams that Purdue beat that were ranked in the top 5 at the time Purdue played them. And it's in part because of Aiden O'Connell, the quarterback. He's able to put the ball where you can't get it to some receivers that you can't stop anyway. I mean, this is NFL precision.
Yeah.
Watch that pylon on the upper right. He'll drop this ball just outside that pylon, right? And so I don't care who you are as a corner. There's no way you're going to stop this kind of a precision throw. Ohio State will take note of that. But then you've got guys. You've got David Bell, who will be in the NFL next year. This is a busted coverage, Phil.
Yeah.
But the defender still has a chance to push him out of bounds.
And the sideline is a defender, right?
Yeah. Wrong guy gets out of bounds.
Oh, no.
Gets shoved out of bounds, for goodness sake, right? But that's the kind of player David Bell is. So how about if we surround David Bell with some more guys?
Give it a shot?
So, yeah, why not? So you got the safety coming on up. We're going to help. Now we'll let him go by. But there's still another safety, right? And so they have him surrounded. Limit the damage, right? But watch the corner behind him. Trailing, that's flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Those are the two guys that were supposed to limit it. But that corner does stick the landing and keep running, so I'll give him credit for that.
And that's with 7.5 minutes left in the game as well. Purdue getting 20 points in that game. Something tells me it's going to be a little bit more competitive with the form that Boiler Up is in currently heading to Columbus.
If 11 on 11 won't work for you, which doesn't with Ohio State, 1-on-1 can.
Speaking of number one in action this weekend as well, Trevor thinks this Georgia defense, which has been terrific, may face its biggest test yet of the season in Tennessee. We'll talk about that as the Peloton Halftime Report continues.
Hey, I can tell you're a fan. Lucky for you, nothing keeps you connected like AT&T 5G.
5G, huh? Is that fast?
Oh yeah, it's fast.
And is it reliable?
Definitely is.
What about secure?
Oh, yeah, it's secure.
Love it.
How many of those you got? I don't know. You're very good at whatever this is.
You flatter me.
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure.
Every business is on a journey, and along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor can help you find the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Tony B here to warn you about this new beefy black and blue with the 1-2 punch of blue cheese and horseradish aioli. You punch me, Jimmy's John's, I punch back. Don't eat the black and blue.
It's not good for blue cheese.
Get them before they're gone at Jimmy John's.
Does your deodorant keep you fresh all day? We put Dove Men deodorant to the test with Nelson, a volunteer that puts care into everything he does.
It really protects my skin. It's comfortable and lasts a long time.
Dove Men, 48-hour freshness with triple action moisturizers.
Fresh flavors, classic dishes, and a new seat at the table.
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me? What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
With me.
With me!
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
With me.
Me.
With me.
Today tastes like a new tradition. Like an old favorite. Tastes like all hands on deck. And all eyes on the prize. Today tastes like a piece of the action. And it never tasted this good.
Hey, Dad. Miss us?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
Ho, ho, ho! Breaking news from the North Pole. The Immaculate Mac is back to pack your TV set with gridiron games. Every Tuesday and Wednesday to be exact. Catch your favorite team take a snap or intercept a bad pass. High stepping inside the sideline, striving to put 6 on the board before the clock hits 0. Ooh, I know that hurt. But what's more appealing than watching your arch nemesis get sacked from the comfort of your couch? This is football fever at its finest. 7 days per week. Christmas just came early.
At Ball State University, it's our responsibility to prepare you for anything. What we know about adversity is that we do not choose the time, but we do choose the response. We form a powerful bond among students, faculty, staff, and alumni with a deep desire to learn, to teach, to grow, to thrive, to fly. At Ball State University, with beneficence as our guide, we fly.
This halftime report is presented by Peloton. Get the original bike, still at the best price ever.
This weekend's college football slate kicks off tomorrow, 7:30. North Carolina looking for an encore of their 58-55 win over Wake Forest. They visit Pitt. Enticing SEC game Saturday at 7 and Saturday at 7:30 on the ACC network. Wake Forest looks to bounce back from their first loss of the year. Not pictured, the #1 team in all the land of the Georgia Bulldogs. And check out these numbers. The season averages of some capable offenses and what Georgia did to them. Georgia visits Neyland Stadium this weekend. They are 20-point favorites, but Trevor Maddich, you say this may be their biggest test to date. Why?
Well, it's because their secondary hasn't yet been tested by a truly outstanding passing attack, but in part because of their tempo. Tennessee has the passing attack to give them that test. And it's not just that they go fast, it's that they vary the tempo. you know, here's a simple play, right?
2-yard loss.
Yeah, and Kentucky's happy about it. But instead of the rhythm that Tennessee has been on, about 20, 25 seconds between snaps, they go about 10 or 12 seconds on this play.
Uh-oh.
And all of a sudden, Kentucky's not ready. Top of the screen. You got 4 guys with 1 defender. Well, watch this guy.
Help!
Yeah,
Help!
It seems like that would be enough to work. I mean, that's pretty impressive. But it's not quite enough to work, right?
Oh, boy.
And so it's the change in tempo, a normal rhythm, and then they quick snap it. Now, you might say, okay, but that's Kentucky. They're pretty good. How about against a better defense? You won't fool Alabama, will ya? So this is just an ordinary play. Receiver goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
But then, instead of the tempo that they had lulled Alabama into thinking that they have a certain amount of time between plays, bam, they get right back up on the line. And now you've got all eyes front. Well, almost all eyes front.
Except 2 eyes.
Right, there's a couple eyes looking some other darn direction. And it's like, he doesn't realize that they're quick snapping them.
You rotated them too.
It's like, where's the offense? Oh, they're back there, over there. Oh, I get it, right? And this happens a lot because defenses get into a rhythm because they have to look to the sideline, most of them, to figure out what the next play call is. And all of a sudden, you quick snap it and off they go. Tennessee can give Georgia a test.
Okay, so varying the tempo, can they spring the upset here?
No. No, I don't think so. I think they'll make plays, but I think that Georgia secondary will pass this test, and I think that Georgia will win fairly comfortably at the end.
He's Trevor Maddich. I'm Phil Murphy. Coming up tonight on SportsCenter with Scott Van Pelt. Just after midnight, Richard Jefferson looks at the Heat v. Lakers game. Steph has an encore to his 50-10-7 game against Atlanta. They play Minnesota. And Stars struggling with new NBA rules. This has been the Peloton Halftime Report. Enjoy the second half.
Welcome to Allstate, where we have all new lower auto rates. And savings like that make you feel like you won the whole dang thing. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
When faced with a challenge, it's good to remember how you've overcome them before. Range Rover Sport, driven to another level.
It's a great time to get Domino's, because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there? With the 4 and the 9?
Kinda funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
I wonder what Ruffles would be like without ridges.
It'd be like T-Pain without auto-tune.
Ooh, baby, yeah. How's that? Did we get it? Perfect.
It's kind of like,
It's like a coach without the will to win.
Everyone just run around, and then somebody just shoot. Maybe on 3. Maybe.
Or like you without your...
My basketball skills?
Your basketball skills.
Ruffles, own your ridges.
What else would it be?
Nothing else.
Tossed, buffalo, sauce, hot honey, flipped, boneless, dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo, dazzled, hot honey, $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
Celebrating the 25th annual Rocket Mortgage MAC Football Championship, Saturday, December 4th, will be an opportunity to see some of the brightest stars the MAC has to offer and commemorate the conclusion of the 75th Mid-American Conference football season. Make your way to fordfield.com/MAC to grab your tickets now. It's time to get some action.
Tomorrow, MTV's Floor Bama Short is just getting started. From a Bam Baby.
Oh my God! I could not be more excited.
To Bam Camp.
Camp Peach!
This is one party.
Turn the other way.
You can't miss.
I was told these two were going to get married. I need to exit this conversation immediately.
MTV's Floor Bama Short. New episode tomorrow at 8 on MTV.
At Finger Hut, we don't define you by your credit score. We celebrate you being you. So we offer low monthly payments on the stuff you need, things you love, and brands you trust. As you build your credit history with a Finger Hut credit account. If you're looking for the latest electronics, kitchen essentials, clothes, toys, and more, you'll find it all at Finger Hut. You do you, and we'll help build your credit at fingerhut.com.
Finger Hut credit accounts are issued by WebBank, member FDIC.
You're watching Veterans Week coverage on ESPN, brought to you by USAA.
Welcome back to DeKalb, ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks. As part of Veterans Week on ESPN, sponsored by USAA. Well, this is what we expected in the MAC on a Wednesday night, with first place in the MAC West on the line and the Bronze Stock Trophy at stake. Welcome back, sports fans. He's Rocky Boyman. I'm Clay Matvick. You know, it was an entertaining first half. Ball State scored the first 10. Northern Illinois scored the last 10.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth, and each team kind of captured the momentum. But, I mean, Ball State had an opportunity. They get the ball back, getting ready to drive and possibly go up 17 points. They go 3 and out. NIU's defense stops them. They get the field goal, and then all of a sudden the touchdown right before half with about a minute to go. And here we are, tie ball game.
So Northern Illinois is going to have it to start here in the second half. They've got the momentum at their back. Rocky Lombardi, 12 of 18, 136, a touchdown. Had that interception early, but he bounced back from it. Drew Plitt, 8 of 18, 94 yards and a touchdown, no turnovers. This is returnable for Messiah Travis, and he'll get it close to the 20-yard line. All right, so the first half stats. Again, the turnovers were big early for NIU. They were just out of sorts, but they got it together.
Yeah, they really did. And I think also, Clay, toward the end of that first half, started running the ball a little bit better. Remember, they were getting those big offensive linemen leading the way to the right, to the left, and Jay Ducker running behind it. And I think that was key to just to have some balance in this game. That's what they want to do, run the football and then throw some shots off it.
So Jay Ducker closing in on 100 yards rushing for NIU. He's in the backfield behind Lombardi, and he'll get the first carry of the second half, and it's a good one. There is a flag down behind the play. First down run close to the 40-yard line for Ducker. It may be coming back.
Yeah, I think it was Sorahan, the tight end.
Holding. Number 83, offense. 10-yard penalty remains. First down.
Each team had a couple of penalties in the first half. Didn't take long to get the first one of the third quarter.
A little outside zone run, and you just see number 83. He's on Clayton call there. Just pulls that jersey, and it's an easy one for the ref to call. And starting off this drive with a penalty.
Thomas Hammock has seen this team in so many close games this year. 7 one-score games. They've won 5. And here they are in another battle, this time with Ball State. After the penalty, first down and 20. Lombardi from the 2-yard line rips one off. That is complete out to the 15. Miles Joyner. You know, when we talked to offensive coordinator Eric Eidsness, he said we really want to get Joyner involved in the passing game tonight. That's been slow to develop.
It really has. Again, with no Ty Ritchie out there, one of their best weapons, needs someone else to step up. Cole Tucker, of course, had the big catch for the touchdown, but it's always good to have a big-bodied tight end, 6'4", 260 pounds. Hopefully they get him involved more.
That's his first catch. In fact, the first time he's been targeted tonight, the Youngstown State transfer. Now on the run, that's incomplete. The closest man was Tucker, but he was well covered. That's now third down and long.
So on a couple key third downs in the first half, Ball State chose to rush just 3 and drop 8 into coverage, and it worked every time. One of them was the interception. Again, just kind of limiting those windows where Rocky Lombardi can go with the football.
Ball State able to get back on side. Lombardi throws, and that's incomplete. That was high. Malcolm Lee and Brandon Martin back in coverage. And so 4th down, and the Huskies will have to punt.
It's a huge stop for Ball State. Again, NIU had grabbed the momentum toward the end of that first half. They come out, they get the football, look to capitalize on it, and Ball State's defense shuts it down.
Justin Hall seems like he's ready to make an impact in this game. The dangerous return man had a 99-yard kickoff return against Army. This one is blocked through the back of the end zone. It's a safety. Special teams coming up big for the Cardinals. Hassan Littles, the reserve wide receiver, got his hand on it. 2 points for Ball State.
The operation time looked like it was a little bit slow, and Ball State had everybody lined up inside there, and Littles found a crease. And there is no bigger play in terms of switching momentum than a big play on special teams. A block punt, kick return for a touchdown, that sort of thing, and that just zaps all the energy out of this stadium.
Hassan Littles, 5th-year senior out of Lithonia, Georgia, hasn't been involved much in the passing game for Ball State this season, but making impact plays on special teams throughout the year, and that's a huge one in this game.
Huge in a game that's been back and forth and been tight the whole game, and he just comes through, and in that wall back there that NIU had, the second level, it's like the guy on the right side stepped down, and Littles just hugged it really, really tight. A picture-perfect block.
And with the free kick, Ball State's going to get it back. Richardson bounces one inside the 25, picked up by Jalen McGoy. McGoy to the middle of the field. And he's going to be clipped at about the 28-yard line. Just cut down.
It's about as good as you can hope for on a free kick like that.
That was Billy Dozier shooting down to make that tackle. So Ball State back in front, and they've got the football. Drew Plitt in the first half, 8 completions in 18 attempts, 94 yards and a touchdown. And again, at the end of the first half, even though they weren't able to get any points out of it because of the missed kick, I mean, he was really spot on in that hurry-up drill. This is Carson Steele, his first touch of the second half. He'll get 3.
There's a guy I'd really like to see Ball State get back going here in the second half. Been a very effective runner tonight. He's breaking a lot of tackles, which is what he's really shown these last 3 games.
He had a 50-yard run in the first half that set up points. He's averaging 7.5 yards per touch tonight. And because of COVID last year, when he was in high school, the coaching staff wasn't able to go watch him play, so he was basically recruited to Ball State based on what the coaches saw on tape. There's a deep handoff to Steele, shedding tackles like a bulldozer, just pushing bodies to the 38-yard line. That's a first down.
Arm tackles aren't going to bring Carson Steele down. Makai Nelson Douglas, linebacker, steps up, and you see 45. He gets an arm tackle on us. He's going to run right through that every time. 2 arm tackles he broke through with.
The name fits him, too.
I mean, what a great Carson Steele. And look, we got Rocky Lombardi. There's a couple great football names in this game.
You're biased in that last one.
Of course.
Here's Plitt out to the flat. That's Ja'Shawn Jackson, the Cincinnati transfer, and another good catch and run for the junior out of Chicago. And they keep moving the sticks.
Really like that play sequence there. A couple inside runs, just pounding and running behind the pads. And the defense kind of just tightens up a little bit and expects that downhill run. Boom, you shoot it to the perimeter, pick up the first down. Love it.
Ryan Lazon, the tight end, setting up as a fullback in front of Carson Steele this time. And it will be Steele moving ahead. Caleb Huntley turned pro. Ty Evans has been hurt all year. They needed someone to emerge at the running back spot. It's been the true freshman Steele. He's over 100 yards rushing again tonight.
Well, you mentioned Caleb Huntley, and that's kind of what the other players on the team talked about. Said he reminds us of Duke, and that Duke, of course, was Caleb Huntley's nickname, and kind of similar styles. Bigger guys that could break tackles, but also had some speed.
Play action. Drew Plitt trying to stay clean in the pocket. Escapes. He's got the first down. Still on the hook inside the 30, and he scampers out near the 20-yard line. He doesn't run a ton, but when he does, he's pretty savvy.
He's just sneaky good. And remember, Clay, in Loveland High School, he was a wing T quarterback. Yeah, so he ran a lot, but now he's more of a pass guy. But just when you go to sleep on his running ability, look, there's nobody out there to the left. Great job breaking the initial tackle and picking up a bunch of yards.
That's a gain of 25 for Drew Plitt. Fifth-year senior out of Loveland, Ohio. That's in your hometown, just outside of Cincinnati. And now a chance here for Will Jones. It's a good carry on first down to get it to the 15-yard line.
Just great play calls here, too. Again, balance on the outside, on the inside.
Let's talk about that. The second-year offensive coordinator is that young man, Kevin Lynch. Calls the plays. Third member of his family to be the offensive coordinator at Ball State. His brother Joey, now at Vanderbilt, and Dad Bill. He was the Cardinals offensive coordinator and eventually the head coach in the 90s. Did a great job. Here's Justin Hall, kind of worming his way close to the 5-yard line. And Javon Bird, another tackle for Northern Illinois. But here comes Ball State on the doorstep. First down and goal.
Second time we've seen that quick reverse. Again, that ball snapped, and Justin Hall is right behind the quarterback with a full head of steam and gets to the outside. I just love how quickly that play hits. Guy with the speed of Justin Hall here. It's dangerous.
Coming off the safety. This has been an impressive drive. Play number 8. Away from center. Steele gets the handoff, and he's going to roll to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Second down and goal to go.
Tell you what, though, Carson Steele has got to be a little more secure with that football. It's about the second time that I've seen that thing get a little bit away from his body. You'll see on the initial hit, a little bit of air there, just especially down this area of the field. You don't want to get too loose with that thing. Look at this, trying to sub some more personnel. Ball State's going to try to go fast.
Hall to the end zone and in for the touchdown. There are flags on the field. Justin Hall gets it in with 9:08 to go in the third, but hold on.
Illegal substitution, 12 men in formation on the defense. The penalty is declined. The result of the play, touchdown.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion for that NIU defense.
Yeah, that was a mess. I mean, they tried to substitute 5 or 6 guys, and I know you want to match up big people versus Ball State's big people, but just subbing guys late like that, you don't give your defense a chance, and you don't allow them to get their cleats screwed in the ground to make a stop on the goal line either.
Second rushing touchdown for Justin Hall. And Chenov with the extra point attempt. Good. So that is a big momentum swing here at the start of the second half, as Ball State gets 9 points. Block punt and a safety, and then that pretty touchdown drive of 9 plays, 72 yards.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on the nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Shop and buy online with Ram eShop, where right now get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. A hot, buttery treasure loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and sausage or bacon. And to top it off right now, they're just $1. $1? Now there's no reason to go somewhere else. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Guys, once you reach a certain age, the hoodie's not a good look. You gotta step up your style and get the hoodless hoodie from Skechers. It's sleek and stylish with a sophisticated look that goes with everything. The hoodless hoodie from Skechers. Style and comfort, all grown up. When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection. Inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Warm feet and cold hands. Find the fine life, baby.
This is the first photo of your life, son. Your first smile, your first bath, the room we made for you. And you'll meet Nana and Grandpa. I can't wait for the world to see you like I do.
Join Peyton and Eli on ESPN2.
You had a knife and fork. Are you breathing?
As they welcome special guests and break down the game as only they can.
I never wanted to tackle anybody. Eli, we know this.
It was pretty obvious, man.
Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli on ESPN2.
Off that touchdown drive for Ball State, it's 26-17 Cardinals now as you look at Kevin Lynch again. What do you think of his play calling tonight, Rocky?
I'll tell you what, his offense is creative. I mean, for a defense, it's hard to get a beat on what he's trying to do. You know, it's been some interior runs, then some runs to the outside, then some passes downfield. We see some wide receivers coming out of backfield on the jet sweeps. It's really unpredictable, and I really like the game he's calling.
This is his first year as the play caller, even though he's in his second year as offensive coordinator. Mike New was in charge of that last year, the head coach, but he turned it over to Kevin this year. And it's working out well. Across the 25, Messiah Travis. And down at about the 26-yard line. So NIU, they've had slow starts in both halves tonight. They've got to get it together again.
And we talked earlier about how it's usually that second and third quarter throughout this season where they've kind of just, had a little bit of a lull, and they really need to start this third quarter off here and get some points on the board.
Rocky Lombardi looking to throw into the flat. Has a man open, good catch, good run. Up to about the 37-yard line. There's Trayvon Rudolph. He's been suspiciously quiet here tonight after that big record-setting game last week.
That's right. It's either he's been a little quiet or just last week was just so phenomenal. Those 309 yards he had. But it's important for Ball State, as we talked about the last couple drives, to have some edges to their defense. That's where NIU's been able to get a little bit of an advantage in the run game.
Second down and short. Ducker bounces to the outside, cuts it up. That's a tough run for Jay Ducker. Needed one, got three. And JT Wahi on the tackle.
Ducker's been a good running back for him. Had a nice game last week. Durable kid.
Usually his second halves are better than the first, and he had nearly 100 yards in the first. Coming up on 8 minutes to go, third quarter. First place in the West on the line. If Ball State loses this game, they're going to be eliminated from MAC title contention. And Northern Illinois can go a long way to winning it with a victory tonight. They'll stay on the ground Right up the middle into the teeth of that defense. It's Ducker again. He's wrapped up by Tavion Woodard, the defensive end. Woodard's been playing well.
And Woodard's a guy who played great early, kind of really burst on the scene. And I think the last couple games, you know, what I gather from Tyler Stockton is they want to kind of see the player that they saw early in the season. But there's no question he's been impactful this season.
And boy, did Ball State emphasize tackling in practice this week. They knew that it was going to be a challenge stopping this Northern Illinois running game tonight. Play action pass. Lombardi on 2nd and 6. Incomplete. Tavis was the man he was trying to hit, covered by Wahi, and Tavis shaken up a little bit, getting off the field.
It was a nice looking play call there with the route. I love the crossing route, then turn it up to wheel up the sideline. You just like to think if they had Ty Ritchie in this game, you throw the ball to him in that situation, they may come up with it. And unfortunately, couldn't connect.
Looks like Tavis is going to be all right. They're checking him out over there. But yeah, the impact that Ritchie would have in a game like this, you just wonder. He's their top pass catcher, and he is out indefinitely. There's a catch for a first down and more. Inside the 30, down to the 26. Tavon Rudolph. He's starting to come alive here on this series.
And Rocky Lombardi, you know, he makes some throws and he doesn't connect. And, you know, again, he's a 58% completion percentage guy. And then he'll just throw an absolute beauty like this. Just the outside part hits Tavon Rudolph absolutely in stride for a nice game.
24 yards after the catch. Been impressed with Rudolph's speed in the open field the last couple of weeks, too. On first down, they'll go back to Ducker. Cuts it up and then met by Brandon Martin. There's Brandon Martin. You've got Cosby, Call, and Thomas, 3 of the top 15 tacklers in the MAC, and you got Martin, who's getting back healthy now. And this is I'll tell you what, this is a defense to fear.
It really is, and that was a good job of, again, having an edge. JT Wahi from the corner spot really came up and forced that thing. And you could tell the running back saw that, and he couldn't go to the sideline anymore. He had to cut it up, and there was a bunch of white jerseys there to bring him down.
Second and 10. Jay Ducker will dive to the 21-yard line. And a big third down coming up. Thomas made that tackle. Third down has been difficult tonight for not just NIU, both teams. And this is a critical down in this game.
Critical. And you'd like to think this is an area, too, where Rocky Lombardi, if he has the opportunity, he can just scamper with his legs. He did that really well against Central Michigan early in the season. Or I should say a few weeks ago. I think this is 4-down territory for NIU either way.
Lombardi with the wind at his back. Throws short, incomplete. Miles Joyner, that pass was behind him. He said it before. Lombardi will make some beautiful throws, and then something like that happens. Fourth down.
And that's an easy pass. That's right over his field of vision there. And they're going to kick it here, which is surprising. I mean, this is a team that goes for it all the time.
John Richardson hit a 38-yarder earlier tonight, back in the second quarter. This will also be from 38 yards. The wind is at his back, but it is swirling down there. So Northern Illinois has to settle for 3 again, but they'll take it. And it's a 6-point game with the Bronze Stock Trophy on the line tonight in DeKalb.
I'm originally from Hawaii, but I moved to Wisconsin just last year. I decided to get a bike because a car was too expensive. We both work at Chick-fil-A. She would bike to work every day. And then winter hit, and that was pretty rough. So there was a holiday raffle, and they were giving away a car there. Her name got called, and I was like, She decided to give the car to me. Chick-fil-A feels like one big family.
Helping you or just like any of my coworkers always brings joy. It's crazy to say like I gave my best friend a car.
USAA is made for the safe pilots, like Matt, who can come to a stop with barely a bobble. With USAA Safe Pilot, when you drive safe, you can save up to 30% on your auto insurance. USAA, what you're made of, we're made for. Get a quote today.
Take a look at this heart. It's the one I'm gonna use to love you.
Dad, we got this.
We got this.
Let me check out the town, okay?
We got this.
We got this.
We got this. We got this. We got this.
Life is for living.
We got this.
Let's partner for all of it. Edward Jones.
The ride of your life is closer than you think. For the first time ever, buy your new car entirely from home with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway.
Pass the pants. Share the shirts. Hand out the hats. Fork over the flannels. Deliver the denim. And bestow the briefs. Gift the whole gang. And load up on all of the merry you can carry. Only at Duluth Trading.
Let's go back to last December in Motown. Drew Plitt, the MVP of the MAC title game. 273 yards passing. Ball State scored 3 touchdowns in the final 6 minutes of the first half and went on to beat Buffalo 38-28. The defense played well. Special teams played well. It was the program's first MAC title in 24 years.
Well, you mentioned the defense, and that was the real story in that game because remember Jarrett Patterson and that unstoppable Buffalo rushing attack.
Yep.
And Ball State came in and shut it down, as you mentioned. They got the 2 takeaways. They're right in the middle of that game. That was the difference.
It's a big year in program history. So Northern Illinois scores on that last drive. They have to settle for 3. Ball State leading by 6. 4:45 to go, third quarter. This is going to go through the end zone for a touchback. So Drew Plitt and the Cardinals will come back and start from the 25. Win tonight for Ball State, and they'll move into a first-place tie in the West. They'll have the tiebreaker on Northern Illinois. They already have the tiebreak against Eastern Michigan, and they still play Central Michigan. Said it before, though, Rock, if they lose here tonight, they're eliminated from title contention.
Yeah, that's it. That'll do it. NIU will have a 2-game lead in the West.
Mr. Steele. 2-yard run. Carson Steele tonight. 17 carries, 110 yards. Devontae O'Malley, the defensive end on that stop. Actually 16 for 108. I jumped ahead. Some tells me number 17's coming. Play action. Move in the pocket. Plitt. Oh, that's tipped and nearly an opportunity for an interception. Jordan Hansen, the strong safety, getting back there to blow it up.
And I was just getting ready to say, I mean, Drew Plitt's done a great job taking care of the football. No interceptions last week. And that, you know, you got to figure a game like this is going to come down to takeaways late here. Just a great job of timing that and getting up and knocking it down.
Hansen was so good last week against Kent State at 9 tackles. So here's a huge 3rd down and 8.
Got Hall on the number 3 receiver toward the bottom of the screen on the inside there.
Will Jones in the backfield. Plitt Straight drop back, throws down the middle. And incomplete, broken up. He wanted Hall. Javon Bird makes another play in the secondary, but there is a flag in the backfield. This might be going against NIU.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, blow to the head, defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, 1st and 10.
Wow. You're going to get off the field and get the ball back in great field position, and now, and just a face mask and just torque the helmet there of Drew Plitt. What a devastating penalty there. That was unneeded.
Devontae O'Malley, second-year freshman out of Midlothian, Illinois. And so the Cardinals get a break. They'll feed Steele again. Carson Steele over the 45-yard line. Down to the 46, Ray Thomas making that stop. You know, the penalties, there haven't been a ton in this football game. 2 for Ball State, 4 for Northern Illinois, but the ones that have happened to the Huskies have been really hard to swallow for Thomas Hammock. I'm sure that whip penalty, that leg whip penalty back in the first half, and that one here keeping this drive alive.
Yeah, both are 2 of those penalties. They're getting ready to get off the field. Here's this play we've seen for the 3rd time tonight. That just quick little jet motion sweep there by Hall.
Hall only has 1 reception tonight. He's been used mostly in this regard, running the football. And, you know, Ball State last year, they went with so much tempo. This year, they're huddling up more. They break the huddle here on 1st down and 10. From the 44-yard line of Northern Illinois. Quick play fake. Oh my, Hall is taken off his cleats. Wow. Just a punishing hit by Jordan Gandy, the transfer from South Dakota State.
And that's just a textbook tackle. He removes the head from the situation, leads with that shoulder, a little incidental contact with the head there, but that's just a great job of textbook tackle.
Thomas Hammock talked about eye discipline this week. They have to know where number 11 is at all times. Boy, Gandy saw him all the way. Stumbling is Steele, and he's going to be punished behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a loss of 3. Lance DeVoe, number 2, leading the charge.
And I think he might have had something off to the left side. It just looked like the turf monster got Steele a little bit and kind of tripped him up. Watch this. He just kind of... He's trying to get to the outside here. Last 3rd down, looked toward Hall. There's Hall at the bottom of your... No, excuse me, he's up at the top. No, he's in the backfield now.
On 3rd and 7, low throw, incomplete. He wanted Jones, can't make the catch. And Ball State's going to have to punt.
That was a good job of bringing pressure by Northern Illinois, and they forced Drew Plitt away from his throwing arm and just made for an awkward throw.
So it's a 7-play drive. That dries up here near midfield. Chance to flip the field. Tucker standing at his own 10 for Northern Illinois. And Snyder boots it away. End over end kick. It's going to bounce. It's going to check up nicely for Ball State. And it's dead at the 2. Boy, well done by Nathan Snyder. 39-yard punt to bury Northern Illinois.
Welcome to a new time. Anyone's time.
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong
with me? What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
With me.
With me!
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
What's strong with me?
Me.
With me. You think she's still awake?
Don't worry.
The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
There are beautiful ideas that remain in the dark. But with our new multi-cloud experience, you have the flexibility you need to unveil them to the world.
It's a great time to get Domino's, because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there? With the 4 and the 9?
Kinda funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
Here we go now, let's make our own way. Now is the time and we'll make it okay. We can make our own way.
When we play together, we win.
Let's get vaccinated. Let's do it.
This is a time for our city to unite. Join the team. Find your vaccine at shy.gov/COVIDVac.
Beat the stress with the Planet Fitness Black Card and get all the perks for zero enrollment, $22.99 a month, now through November 16th, like access to over 2,000 locations. Bring a guest anytime. Relax with massage chairs and more. Plus, get tons of variety and space in our super clean clubs. Your fitness is essential. Get all the perks with the PF Black Card for zero enrollment and $22.99 a month. Hurry, deal ends November 16th.
Join Planet Fitness today for no enrollment. Hurry offer ends Tuesday, November 16th.
With Drizzly, I can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor. I just open the app, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes. Drizzly also lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Hey, kick off your Week 10 NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown crew on ESPN and the ESPN app. We'll get you ready to watch your favorite team. And former Ball State offensive lineman Danny Pinter catching a touchdown for the Colts this past week. It was Thursday night against the Jets. Helped the Colts win that game. You gotta love seeing the big guys catch touchdowns.
And look, I mean, you were talking about this earlier. I mean, the whole team goes nuts. Anytime there's a big guy touchdown, it's the greatest thing in the world.
Well, you got to be careful down this close to the end zone. Northern Illinois will get some breathing room with Jay Ducker. They had to punt from about right here, and Matt Ferentz had it blocked, turned into a safety. Kind of turned the second half in Ball State's favor early on.
Yeah, you're right. They got to get out of the shadow of their own end zone here.
Just over a minute to go. Third quarter. We knew this was going to be a four-quarter game. Both coaches said as much. After all, the bronze stock is on the line. Jay Ducker going to take the direct snap. Look at him directing traffic back there like he knows what he's doing. Jay Ducker. But he's going to run. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's best at. And he's got the first down. I love it, though, that he's back there like a quarterback directing guys. We knew he was going to run it all along.
So he said, hey, this is my chance here to orchestrate things a little bit. And no, it was a good-looking play. Got Rakovich outside there, blocking, getting an offensive lineman.
And that's the end of the third quarter. They're not going to snap another one. So a 6-point game going to the fourth.
Yeah, it's been a great game. It's been back and forth. You know, Northern Illinois had to settle for 2 field goals here. But a 6-point game is kind of, I think this game's going to come down to turnovers, right?
Yep.
Who can get those late takeaways?
Ball State going for a bronze stock three-peat in DeKalb. They lead it by 6 going to the 4th. Back in a moment.
$5 for the best kind of wings, paired with the best kind of celery sticks. Crinkle fries. Arby's, we have the meats.
Welcome to Allstate, where we have all new lower auto rates. And savings like that will make everyone feel like an MVP. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
No one knows where it comes from. Why some have it and some don't. It's the fighting spirit. It consumes fear and weakness. It stands ready to fight whatever shape the battle takes. Because as long as there are battles, there will always be Marines.
With Voltaren Arthritis Pain Gel, my husband's got his moves back.
An alternative to pills, Voltaren is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory gel for powerful arthritis pain relief. Voltaren, the joy of movement.
Saturdays are for getting projects done and...
Actually, Saturdays are for football.
Also for projects. And the home...
Nope.
Seriously?
Just football.
And the Home Depot makes it easy to get projects done fast. So...
Football. Football.
So you'll be ready for football.
Why didn't you say so?
I just did.
Get projects done fast and get back to game day.
Gear up for game day with a Ring floodlight cam from the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
We're getting the story out there. We need a plan.
Right now, at T-Mobile, customers on Magenta Max can get the new iPhone 13 Pro, and T-Mobile will pay for it.
Upgrade to the iPhone 13 Pro on us.
Preparation, commitment, dedication. These are the characteristics of a champion. So share your tailgates with us throughout the season. America will vote to see if you are the national tailgate champion. Eckridge, you do you.
Will there be an EV for me? What about me?
One for me? You mean us?
What about me?
And me.
How about us? Yeah, how about us?
Great question. Wait, can I get one in green?
Got one for me?
What about us?
Is there an EV for me?
EV for me? Us. What about me? Me?
Introducing the Ultium EV platform by General Motors. Everybody in.
Every time I eat stuffed crust from Pizza Hut, I play this song. But watch what happens when I play it backwards.
Eat stuffed crust backwards, just $12.99.
The original stuffed crust, only from Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back to ESPN College Football Primetime, presented by Ram Trucks as part of Veterans Week on ESPN, brought to us by USAA. He's Rocky Boyman. I'm Clay Matvick. Here we go to the fourth quarter, a 6-point game, and this has been Northern Illinois' quarter all year long.
Yeah, they've started off pretty good and then kind of a lull in that second and third quarter, but the fourth quarter, look at that, outscoring opponents plus 44. And the big reason, Rocky Lombardi, especially the last couple of weeks, Clay, has been fantastic here in the fourth quarter.
First play of the fourth. On 1st and 10, he's going to take a shot down the field. He's got a man. It is caught at the 40-yard line by his guy, Trayvon Rudolph. How about that start in the fourth? It's like he was listening to us.
That's right. And Bryce Cosby, the safety, was in decent shape, but it looked like he jumped a little bit too soon, and the ball sailed over his head as he's coming down. It just couldn't quite get up there. And I mean, Trayvon Rudolph, of course, tremendous speed. Went and got that thing.
28 yards on that play. And they'll go back to the ground, and Ducker gets to the sideline. Good run out close to midfield. Jay Ducker, the freshman. Another sharp night for him, his 17th carry, 123 yards.
And I just love the blocking on the edge. Anytime you can get offensive linemen on cornerbacks, that's a good thing. You know, we'll see how much those cornerbacks like playing football when they got to take on 320-pound guys all the time. It's just good scheme.
It's a gain of 9 for Ducker. And they'll pick up the first down with ease and back into plus territory. Remember, during the offseason, this was the team coming off an 0-6 year. They were picked last in this league by both the coaches and the media.
I mean, I remember standing here 1 year ago in this same booth calling a game thinking, God, this offense is terrible. They have no identity. Are they a spread team? What are they? But they've really gotten it together, and the big reason is number 12 right there, Rocky Lombardi, has just really allowed this offense to gel.
Down a touchdown. Here's Ducker again. Moves to the right side. And he's brought down at the 43-yard line. Jalen Thomas, another tackle. That's a gain of 6.
And that's a play you go, okay, Ball State did a pretty good job stopping it there. That's 6 yards.
Yep.
You know, just kind of keep punching away.
And Ducker's averaging close to 7 yards per carry tonight. Mason Blakemore checks in. Former walk-on, the backup to Ducker. Lombardi wants to throw. Pumps, still looking left, lets it go, and he's way off target that time. And he was trying to hit Cole Tucker, but that just failed to click. Tucker, yeah, he's been out there a lot of snaps again tonight. Last week he played 50 snaps, and he was supposed to be easing his way back from injury. They thought maybe 10 would be good. He ended up playing 50.
Right, yeah, they thought, okay, we're just kind of easing back into this thing, but then Ty Ritchie goes down, so somebody's got to step up, and he wound up doing a good job. Tried the double move right there, but the cornerback for Ball State, Uza Denman, wasn't fooled.
Northern Illinois needs to convert here. 3rd down and 4. They'll go to the ground, and Blakemore is wrapped up. That's going to be a loss. Christian Albright, the outside linebacker, All-MAC second team last year, makes a huge play for the defense, and it's 4th down.
Huge. I mean, this is what this defense does. It attacks, and what an opportunity to do it in a time of the game to come downhill and create a negative yardage play. But here we go, 4th down.
Yep. Eric Eidsness, the offensive coordinator, keeping the unit out there. They've got to get this.
Got to think some sort of route there to get number 85. Trayvon Rudolph open. He's down the bottom of the screen there, stacked.
Timeout. Huskies.
Timeout. Northern.
They want to talk it over with 11:51 to go.
Media timeout.
Drive to stall out now.
It starts with a mother's determination to treat her baby's eczema and grows into a family business that helps thousands more. It starts with an Army vet's dream of studying the stars and grows into a new career as an astrophysicist. It starts with an engineer's desire to start over and grows into an award-winning restaurant that creates local jobs. They learned how on YouTube. What will you learn?
You only get one first bite of the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, so you better make it the best one, which is this one here. Oh, but it's also this one. Oh, but this one's a good-looking bite, too. Try the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich today for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
You have 3 burgers. You sharing, you eating all 3.
No, I'm eating them all.
You wouldn't share your burger with me.
Not this burger. The burgers you make at your house? Yeah, we can share that. That's no problem. Sonic garlic butter bacon burger.
What if I'm hungry?
Absolutely not.
Big Ten Saturday on ABC.
Big opportunities and huge games in the Big Ten.
Michigan, Penn State, and Purdue, Ohio State. Saturday starting at noon on ABC.
Aloha. Isn't this a cozy little room? Sorry your vacation request took so long to get approved, so you missed out on the suite special, but lucky for you, they had this.
When employees are forced to wait for vacation request approvals, it can really cramp their style.
Leave you to it. And just...
With Paycom, employees enter and manage their own HR data in a single, easy-to-use software. Visit paycom.com and schedule a demo today.
At Fingerhut, we don't define you by your credit score. We celebrate you being you. So we offer low monthly payments on the stuff you need, things you love, and brands you trust. As you build your credit history with a Fingerhut credit account. If you're looking for the latest electronics, kitchen essentials, clothes, toys, and more, you'll find it all at Fingerhut. You do you, and we'll help build your credit at fingerhut.com.
Fingerhut credit accounts are issued by WebBank, member FDIC.
From the 45 of Ball State, Northern Illinois is going to go for it on 4th down, and they've been great on 4th down this year. Do you like this?
I don't love this call. Not on 4th and 6. You turn the ball over here, you give Drew Plitt just half a field to go score some points.
Lombardi did pooch punt on 4th down earlier in this game, and maybe this is a ploy to just try and draw him offside.
Rudolph, J.T. Wahi covering him down the bottom of the screen.
It will be another pooch punt for Lombardi. And it's a good one. Takes a beautiful bounce inside the 10-yard line. Dead at the 7. Ratkovich will kill it there.
Now, the only part about that sequence there is they call the timeout. You have to burn a timeout to pooch punt. You know, you like to keep those timeouts for right toward the end of the game. But I guess, you know, it's a decision, a big pivotal part of the game. I think it was the right decision to punt that ball versus go for it on 4th and 6.
The running game again tonight for Northern Illinois, you know, even though you've got Jay Ducker at 130, I don't know that it's been as dynamic as, you know, Thomas Hammock would have hoped.
Agreed. I think if you're Thomas Hammock, you would think that by this time of the game, they've worn down that Ball State front, and they can just start hammering away on them. They've not been able to deliver that knockout blow.
So Ball State goes back to work with Carson Steele on the ground. He'll run it to the 9. Michael Kennedy there for the stop.
It's so big right now for Ball State. If they can find a way to get a first down, they can just continue to eat some time off this clock. If not, they give the ball back to NIU with great field position.
Drew Plitt has been efficient tonight. Nothing flashy, just good. Wow. And there's a good defensive play by these Northern Illinois Huskies. Getting to Carson Steele. Jordan Gandy was the first one there. Ray Thomas also rallying to the football.
When you're on the perimeter like that, shoot your gun. Now don't break down, don't do that. Jordan Gandy just comes out of nowhere and creates a nice negative yardage play. I mean, he's a great guy. He's got 8 pass breakups on the year, but he shows he can also play the run. Man, that was a nice play.
So 3rd and 10. Plitt from the goal line, heaves it deep down the near sideline, and it's incomplete. Wanted Jayshon Jackson. 4th down, and now Ball State, after going 3 and out, will have to kick from its end zone.
Ball State really just has not been able to connect much on that deep fade ball down the sideline.
Tell you what, Rocky Lombardi, we're late into the season, but they found something with his ability to pooch punt.
Really?
Nathan Snyder on to kick here from the end zone. Cole Tucker back to return. Great kick. Got a little wind behind it. Tucker fields it on the hop, running the wrong way. Now turns it back up the field and gets out at the 31. Another good punt for Nathan Snyder, the senior out of Ohio.
When you spend all year serving others, when you lead by example, you don't just land on a nice list. You get rewarded by becoming the top brand in new vehicle quality in the automotive industry. Celebrate all the good you've done this year at the Ram Black Friday sales event.
Get 1 full year of no extra cost Sirius XM on us and 0% financing for 72 months plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram 1500 Bighorn.
America! After the past year-ish, everyone deserves something new. So, AT&T is giving everyone our best deals on every iPhone, including the iPhone 13 Pro with its amazing camera. Like everyone that worked from home or welcomed a new family member.
They're all the dogs.
Our deals are for everyone.
It's not complicated. AT&T is giving new and existing customers our best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off the Epic iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pro.
It's the Black Friday sale at Kay. Get 25 to 50% off everything. Find gifts they'll love. At savings you'll love. Celebrate every kiss with Kay.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going.
Her very own Energizer Bunny?
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
It's a great time to get Domino's because right now, if you order online and carry out with Domino's Carside Delivery between 4 to 9, you'll get 49% off all menu price pizzas. See what we did there? With the 4 and the 9?
Kind of funny.
Get 49% off all menu price pizzas for a limited time only.
If Damian Lillard accepted his spot at the end of the bench, he never would have been at the rec center before it opened. If he listened to those who overlooked him, he never would have heard his name called as a first-round pick. And if he let 6 all-star selections go to his head, he never would have had the heart to give back to the streets that shaped him. That's the fighting spirit. That's what makes a Lion. Modelo, root for those with a fighting spirit.
If you pay less for auto insurance, but the coverage and service let you down, you might suffer from Avoid saver's remorse and switch to Amica, because saving on auto insurance shouldn't mean sacrificing coverage and service. Get your quote today.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Ram Trucks, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year for the 3rd year in a row.
That is the Bronze Stalk Trophy. I started playing for this in 2008, Northern Illinois and Ball State. Cool trophy. It was designed by a local artist here in DeKalb. And
it's a stock made of bronze.
Very good, Rocky. Very good. Boy, that's what Notre Dame will get you.
There you go.
He's Rocky Boyman. I'm Clay Matvick. Here we are in DeKalb, Illinois. Chilly night in November. Little Maction. 6-point game. Northern Illinois. From the 31, Lombardi steps up, avoids pressure. He's going to take a deep shot, and it's incomplete. Well over the target's head. It was intended for Rudolph, who's had a really good second half.
He really has. 3 catches for 68 yards, and you can see Lombardi knows he needs some big plays to get this ball down the field, and who better to look toward than number 85.
So 2nd down and 10. Again, Northern Illinois, with a win here tonight, will take a 2-game lead on Ball State in the West. Ball State with a loss tonight would be eliminated from MAC title contention. If they win it, they'll be in a tie for first place in the division. Here's Ducker avoiding a tackle for loss, cuts it up. He'll get a couple, and another big 3rd down. And now we're under 10 minutes. These have been big, it seems, all night, but especially now. And Northern Illinois has only converted twice on 3rd down here this evening. They're 2 of 10.
Rudolph at the bottom there. like JT Wahi in man coverage on him.
Pressure off the edge. Lombardi slides up. He's going to run. Trying to pick up the first down. Trying to get to the outside, and he can't get out of the grasp of Brandon Martin.
What a fantastic open field tackle by Brandon Martin there. Wow.
4th down. The co-defensive player of the year from a season ago in the MAC, standing tall in a big moment.
And watch him here. Look, I mean, there is just there's all green space right there. And a little stutter there and just able to shut it down.
So on 4th and 2 now, Northern Illinois inside their own 40. And it doesn't look like they're going to punt. But again, Lombardi's pooch punted twice. Boy, they're playing with fire here. Play clock inside of 5. Lombardi in trouble. Shovels it ahead. Complete to Ratkovich. Holy cow. Like Houdini, he pulls a rabbit out of his hat.
I mean, literally, as he's taking a shot, he shovels this ball forward to his fullback. He's smiling right there. You know, that was a pretty good play. And watch this. There's pressure going off the left. He wasn't even getting hit. It was like he kind of just starting to fall toward the ground. But the presence of mind to just find somebody open and get him the ball. Wow.
Tucker now out to midfield. Jalen Thomas and Bryce Cosby combine on the stop, but that's a gain of 6. Good run on 1st down for Northern Illinois. They're down 6, 7.5 to go.
Now you're going for it on 4th down. That's what they do.
And they've been so good, best in the MAC on 4th down, and that deep into their own territory. That will make you swallow hard, but they pulled it off. 2nd down and 5. Play fake. Lombardi snaps it off. Got it to Rudolph, and he nearly slipped a tackle. But Malcolm Lee was able to get him down. Moving the chains, Northern Illinois. They've got some momentum now here on offense.
And I know that moves the chains, but that was a good tackle by Malcolm Lee, because there's many times you see Trayvon Rudolph break that tackle and take it to the house. Nice drive going here for NIU.
Rudolph, in case you're wondering now, over 100 yards receiving, 8 catches, 108.
6 offensive linemen on the field here, Clay.
And as you would expect, they'll run, but nothing to show for it. Just running into a wall on the left side. Ducker that time.
Another good job by Clayton Call, holding that edge and allowing Cosby and company to come up and make the tackle. We see number 32 on the top of the screen, the edge, fighting off the block and containing the running back. That's excellent.
Ball State looks a little fatigued now all of a sudden. Northern Illinois only down 6. Remember, there was a missed extra point early, and that was critical. In and out of the hands of Joyner. Miles Joyner, a couple of times tonight, he hasn't been able to haul one in.
And that ball was in a position where he could have made that catch. Just a little seam route. A nice throw by Lombardi. And now here you go, 3rd and 10. And you have to imagine if NIU went for it on 4th down a series ago, they're in 4-down territory the rest of this game. I think the mindset's got to be here. Look, let's at least pick up half of this and give ourselves an opportunity on 4th down.
Huge play. Lombardi caught. Tucker inside the 30. 1st down, gain of 13. And they'll stay on the field.
And it was a crossing route, Clay, and just the secondary got a little bit tripped up. The safety went with the first crosser, and then the second crosser came and was wide open. And that was Cole Tucker. That's a huge play there. 3rd and 10. Convert.
Rocky Lombardi, the transfer from Michigan State. He has high moments, he has some low moments, but they love him here in DeKalb, trying to lead this team to a go-ahead scoring drive in the fourth quarter. Deep shot, incomplete. Wanted Tucker again. JT Wahi in on the coverage. So second down.
It's the second series in a row they've not been able to get any yards on first down. That makes it that much harder.
I mentioned a missed extra point earlier. It was actually the missed field goal I was thinking of for Ball State. That would come in real handy now for the Cardinals, as their lead is just 6. Under 5 minutes to go now. Tucker straight up the middle. Drives inside the 20-yard line. And so now third down and manageable here for Northern Illinois. After that 8-yard gain, Cosby another stop. Clock moving. Northern Illinois did use a timeout, to set up that pooch punt earlier, so they only have 2 remaining. Ball State has 3.
Here we go again. 6 offensive linemen on the field. You got Rakovich, the fullback / running back behind Lombardi.
This is 2-down territory, you would think.
Yep.
Straight ahead. Did they get enough? Sure looks like it. Brandon Martin makes the stop, but that is a first down.
And just some tough running right now by NIU. Ducker, a couple plays before, it was just that second effort. They were stopped and they were able to drag forward and get a couple extra yards, and that was the difference in picking up the first there. Look, the initial hit, he's hit. Just the legs keep churning and move the sticks.
Ratkovich, how good was he last week? A couple of touchdown runs at Kent State in that loss. So this drive now, this will be play number 13. The drive has lasted nearly 6 minutes.
He have a ton of clock here.
Ratkovich is going to take the direct snap on 1st and 10. And he'll blow it right up the middle. Gets it right down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 7 on first down for Clint Ratkovich.
And this is where NIU is perfectly content right now in this area of the field to just kind of take it slow, keep eating that clock. They know they need a touchdown. You don't want to leave any extra time on the clock for Ball State. Drew Plitt.
They have had so many drives coming into the night, 21 drives of 10 plays or more. This is just another soul-sucking drive for Northern Illinois. They want to pay it off with a touchdown and take the lead.
6 offensive linemen in again here.
They take the play clock down to 2. Tucker cuts it up, makes his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Impressive. And now they can take the lead with the kick.
About 4 or 5 times on that drive, Clay, they go with 6 offensive linemen and just lean on that Ball State defense. But I got to tell you, this may not be the worst thing in the world for Ball State because they score, but they didn't allow them to take an extra couple of minutes off that clock. They still have 2:42 and 3 timeouts.
The all-important extra point, and it's good. And Northern Illinois has the lead. First lead for Northern Illinois of the night, and it comes late in the fourth quarter. Tucker takes it in.
I remember the extra wrench.
Good. How'd everything else go?
What else?
Picking our child up?
Cool. I will be right back.
You know you want that sauced and tossed Wingstop, and now try it on crispy thighs.
It's Walmart's Black Friday deals for days. Score $30 Lego sets and get other huge deals all week long. Shop Walmart's Black Friday deals for days.
On a Suspicious Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Howdy, Logan. Wonder if you can help me out with something.
Sure, Sheriff.
Looking for a couple of goalposts. Went missing after the big win last night.
What? That's awful. Who would steal a goalpost?
Say, that is a nice new swing set you got there.
Oh, this old thing makes the boy happy, I guess.
Interesting design.
Oh, yeah, it's Scandinavian. You know what? You should check the streakers across the street. They have a very suspicious new antenna.
Thanks for the tip.
Anytime, Sheriff.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Come on, Nuggets. With all that IT stuff we got to do, let's fuel up with some chunky soup. Woo! Woo! Let's go, baby.
Fill up with 16 grams of protein per can and chunky, spicy chicken noodle.
French fries, come on.
Lunchtime is your halftime.
When I listen to my Sonos, I feel everything.
I can't imagine cooking without Sonos in the kitchen.
It literally makes the food taste better.
It does make the food
She's in
taste
there, she's
better.
stirring.
When you hear the crowd, it's infectious. It's like we're at the game.
I was sold with the theater setup because I'm a big movie fan, and you want to be able to feel like you're there.
It's just so simple. Helps you stay in the moment. I get rid of my couch before I get rid of my Sonos.
You think she's still awake?
Don't worry.
The Lexus RX, built for modern families.
Get 1.9% APR financing on the 2022 RX 350.
Only Wendy's serves a better breakfast with a better biscuit. A hot, buttery treasure loaded with a fresh cracked egg, cheese, and sausage or bacon. And to top it off right now, they're just $1. $1. Now there's no reason to go somewhere else. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Are you ready for a showdown in the Bay on Monday night? Is Stafford ready to be an MVP for LA? Are you ready?
Third rushing touchdown of the year for Jay Ducker, capping what might be the drive of the season for Northern Illinois.
It's the one they need, right? Win this game. They have a 2-game lead in the West. It's pretty much theirs to take. But look, the story of this game, especially the second half, has been the NIU defense. It's really come up big. Ball State has only scored once in their last 6 drives. 3 of those 6 have been 3-and-outs.
Well, we'll see if NIU can buckle down here, because Drew Plitt's ready to get it back for this Ball State offense.
Wow.
Oh, they kick away, and it rolls out of bounds. You know, sometimes these kickers are trying to outthink the opponent so much that they outthink themselves.
The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
So you give Drew Plitt even better field position to the 35. Well, don't forget, a great weekend of college football across the ESPN networks. And we're looking ahead to that Saturday noon game on ABC, Michigan and Penn State. That's going to be a blast. Purdue, Ohio State, 19 versus 4, 3:30 Eastern, also on ABC.
All right, what kind of magic does Drew Plitt have in him here, Clay?
Justin Hall, the weapon. First down, plus territory, out at about the 47. Well, they go right to their best playmaker, Justin Hall, and he gives them 18 on first down.
Backbreaker right out of the gate. You always want to start off your drive with a big play, and that's 18 yards, just like that. Same thing, line him up in the backfield, give him the jet sweep.
They'll go back to Hall, receiver screen. Justin Hall steps out of a tackle at the 40, lowers his shoulder, and he's nudged out near the 30-yard line.
Clay, you know my rule. Game's on the line, big moments, get the ball in the hands of your best playmaker. And that's 2 in a row to Justin Hall, one of the very best in the MAC, not just this year, but now look, it looks like it may be a little coming up hobbly there, maybe something with his leg as he's jogging off the field. That's not good for Ball State.
So with Hall off the field, the bunch 3 receivers to the right. Carson Steele in the backfield on first down. Play fake. Throw. McGoy, the intended target, incomplete.
And Plitt has missed that about 3 or 4 times tonight. Just they have not been able to connect on that route up the sideline.
Drew Plitt tonight. Again, not outstanding. I think we've said that about him several times over the last couple of years. He's just really good.
Yeah, exactly. It's not turn the ball over here, but under 2 minutes, you have to make a couple throws here if they want to win this game.
They'll run it and knew where to go. Steele is met by that NIU front. Third down. Ball State has all of its timeouts remaining. It was Griffin and Taylor meeting at the ball carrier. And the Cards will take a timeout here. They have 2 to spend yet.
There will also be immediate timeout.
Timeout in DeKalb. We'll take it with them. Big time finish here in the MAC when we come back.
Welcome to Allstate, where we've just lowered our auto rates. And savings like that follow you everywhere. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
What is this?
Is that a hairball? They're everywhere.
We have a cat problem.
Gentlemen, the Heisman house is getting a dog. Go show those cats who's boss.
Well, that didn't work out well.
Tossed, buffalo, sauced, hot honey, flipped, boneless, dipped, Arby's, razzled, buffalo, dazzled, hot honey, $5 boneless wings and crinkle fries deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
Every business is on a journey, and along the ride, you'll find many challenges. Your Dell Technologies advisor can help you find the right tech solutions, so you can stop at nothing for your customers.
Take a look at this heart. It's the one I'm gonna use to love.
Beef farmers and ranchers around the country are implementing land-conserving, wildlife-protecting, award-winning environmental efforts. Learn more about how beef farmers and ranchers are rethinking the ranch.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. It's the greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Warm feet and cold hands. Find the fine life, baby.
When I look at my ring, I see the moment that he incorporated my dad.
He was there with us because the letter was in my pocket, right next to the ring.
Mr. Cuesta, let me start by saying that you certainly left a mark on this earth. May I marry your daughter? It is more than a ring. It's love.
Introducing the Closer Together collection, inspired by your extraordinary love stories. Jared, love brilliantly.
Justin Hall, 129 all-purpose tonight. He's the new career leader in that category for Ball State. He's in another big game. He has helped the Cardinals get it to the 31 of NIU with a minute 52 to go. A big 3rd down and 10 coming up.
And I think you got to get him the ball here, right? And remember, it came up on his last reception a little bit gimpy. There he is in the slot, the bottom of the screen.
Clint throws, incomplete, 4th down. And this will be a long field goal attempt for either Chenove or Lewis. That was tipped at the line.
Remember, a field goal was missed by Ball State at this end of the field late in the first half.
That was missed by Jake Chenove from 24 yards away. This will be Jacob Lewis to attempt this field goal, and it will be from 48 yards out. He kicked a 43-yarder in the first quarter. His career long is 51, so within his range, but there's a tough wind to deal with tonight. The kick is on the way. It's long enough, and it is good. Wow. Jacob Lewis gives Ball State the lead with a minute 42 to go.
Clutch. Mike New loves that one. Oh, just snuck in the upright there.
Man, you can take nothing for granted in DeKalb, Illinois in November with the winds here. But he nailed that one, and Ball State goes back in front late.
Well, you mentioned the weather here. You look at the left part of the field here, and the wind's blowing that way. You look at the right, it's blowing the opposite way. This wind in this stadium up here just swirls around, makes it so tough on a kicker, which makes that kick by Lewis all that much more impressive.
It was a quick scoring drive.
That's the only thing.
Seconds.
Yeah, that's the only thing is you got to score there, but you leave plenty of opportunity for Rocky Lombardi, who was just fantastic on that last drive.
The Huskies only have one timeout to work with, however. So they've got to be efficient. They've got to be fast, smart. And the wind is at the kicker's back here. You wonder if he's not just going to try and bury it in the end zone. Jacob Lewis, who just put the Cardinals ahead to kick off.
Just don't kick it out of bounds.
And that is not coming out. That will be a touchback for Trayvon Rudolph. So a minute 43 for Rocky Lombardi. 238 passing tonight. He's thrown a touchdown. He's thrown an interception. He's been solid here in the second half. Can he lead a drive with not a lot of time and only one timeout left?
He has been fantastic. The offensive line has been great too. He's not been sacked. Let's see if he has any magic left in him here.
They'll start from the 25. This has been their quarter. Lombardi flushed, being chased. He's going to get away and get to the sideline to stop the clock. Malcolm Lee escorted him out, but it's an 8-yard gain for Lombardi.
And as we've seen so many times during this game, Ball State again elects to rush just 3 and drop everyone into coverage. The only problem with that, though, of course, is you got a guy who can run a little bit like Lombardi. He can pick up some yards with his legs.
Quick strike, and right away getting out of bounds is Tucker near the 40-yard line. Well, this is efficiency so far. They only need to get within field goal range for John Richardson, who's hit a couple 38-yarders tonight.
Rudolph in the slot, bottom of the screen.
And Ball State's offside. At least that's how it looks. Yes. Huge break for
Offside.
NIU.
Defense, number 31, entered the neutral zone, causing a reaction. 5-yard penalty remains first down.
That's Anthony Ekpe, the outside linebacker, who was up on the line. He's a pass rush specialist. He had his ears pinned back, ready to take off on Lombardi.
Great job with the snap count. What that does now, being 1st and 5, you have an opportunity to just take a shot here.
Now the playbook wide open. Lombardi stepping up. He's trying to get to the sideline, and he does. First down and more for Lombardi. That's a 12-yard run for the quarterback. And there you see John Richardson getting ready on the sideline for a potential game-winning kick.
Lombardi, a big kid, 220 pounds. Brandon Martin just can't bring him down. He picks up about another 8 yards after the first contact.
Lombardi, all kinds of time, dumps it down to Ratkovich, and he'll get about 7 on first down. Brandon Martin makes the tackle, clock moving. A minute 9 seconds to go. Richardson has hit from 38 twice tonight. Ooh. Incomplete, intended for Rudolph. as Malcolm Lee was all over that. So now 3rd down and 4.
Again, with just one timeout, you got to go, obviously, toward the sideline. If you get to go past the sticks, clock will stop to move the chains.
They really need to get to about the 25-yard line to feel good about the chance for Richardson. Lombardi, out route, out of bounds, Joyner. 1st down. And they're getting real close now to being within Richardson field goal range.
And that was great. Pick up the 1st down, only about 4 seconds go off the clock.
Started the drive with 1 timeout. They still have it. Now Lombardi in trouble, got away, got the pass off to Ratkovich. Inside the 25 as Lombardi does another magic act.
Anthony Ekpe had Lombardi dead to rights, but again, he's got the size. He just shook off the tackle and completed the pass.
Now they'll play it safe with a run up the middle with Ratkovich, maybe a yard, and now I think they're going to burn that timeout.
And how huge was that breaking that tackle, not allowing the sack? Because if you get a sack right there, you lose yards, and you also have to burn that last timeout.
There it is. It's called. Actually called by Ball State.
Let me watch this.
Charge
He wrapped up, and you're going to bring him down. If he goes down there, he's going to lose about 4 yards, and they're going to be forced to call a timeout.
Set the game clock to 18 seconds.
So Ball State called this timeout, not Northern Illinois. So the Huskies still have 1 left with 18 seconds left. And how about Lombardi? Just keeping that play alive.
It's so, I mean, 2 times on it. He broke. Brandon Martin had a tackle on him in the open field. He shakes it and gets another 8 yards, and that one, a sack. He's dead to rights, breaks it, and completes the pass.
So John Richardson, a couple of field goal makes here tonight. He's 4 for 4 from beyond 40 yards this year. It's about what we're looking at right now. He had a game winner against Toledo earlier this year. He may get another chance for a game-winning attempt. Ball State has to win this game to keep their MAC title hopes alive. They're trying to defend that crown after winning it last year. And now the whistles come. They're going to stop this play. Penalty flags all over the place.
They're going to call a personal foul there. That's big.
There was no snap because Ball State took their 2nd timeout. After the timeout was called, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, his first, number 7, defense. Pass the distance to the goal, 1st and 10. Timeout, Ball State.
Brandon Martin, the senior.
Please set the game clock
unsportsmanlike
to 18
conduct
seconds because there was no play.
Was it Martin or was it Thomas?
They called number 7, yeah, for the body slam.
Yeah, he lifted him up off the ground, and that's been an emphasis this year. They don't want defenders lifting guys off the ground and driving them down into the dirt like that.
Monday Night Football, NFC West. Matthew Stafford, the Rams in San Francisco to take on Deebo Samuel, the NFL's 2nd leading receiver. The 49ers, 8 Eastern on ESPN. ESPN2 will have Peyton and Eli. Coverage begins with Monday Night Countdown. And Peyton and Eli back on ESPN2 next week. Breaking down the quarterbacks, of course. Stafford and Garoppolo, that should be good. it's half as entertaining as this one has been tonight. We're in for a good Monday night. So, you know, there's a chance here that they could just run this thing in and not have to kick a field goal.
Yeah, first down, they'll have an opportunity to.
Still have a timeout left. They're playing it safe, just getting it to the middle of the field. They're just going to set up the kicker. Lombardi moves it to the middle, and they're going to take this thing down and call a timeout.
Charge timeout. There it is. Northern Illinois. They're third and final.
We knew this was going to be a fourth quarter game.
30 seconds.
And we knew, because Northern Illinois was playing in it, that it would likely be a one-score game. 7 one-score games for Northern Illinois this year. They have won 5 of them. Here they are again, a chance to walk it off with John Richardson.
And Rocky Lombardi, again, not the numbers he had last week, the 532 yards, but just down this final stretch there, he's made a couple big throws, and then really just the escapability, breaking tackles is what's kept this drive going and giving them an opportunity to win this game with 3 seconds.
If they can get this through the uprights, the MAC West is theirs to lose. They'll be 5-1 in the league with 2 regular season games to play. Timeout. And a kick would have been good, but Ball State's going to try and ice Richardson.
Ball State. There was no snap. Please set the game clock to 3 seconds.
What's your take on that when teams do that? Why wouldn't you take it early enough so he doesn't get a free shot at it?
That's exactly right. Every kicker I've ever talked to says, look, I love when they call a timeout. Just give me an extra kind of practice swing at that thing, you know? I never loved the whole, you know, let's ice the kicker kind of thing. You don't give him an opportunity to get some extra practice before he makes a big kick.
Bronze Stock Trophy to the winner. NIU trying to stop a 2-game win streak in the series by Ball State. Richardson from 32 yards out and the win. Good. Northern Illinois wins it. And John Richardson is a hero again.
Look at him running around.
Game-winning field goal, and Ball State will not be able to repeat as the MAC champions in 2021. 30-29 the final. Northern Illinois goes to 7-3, 5-1 in the conference. The MAC West is theirs to lose now.
Let's get another shot. He just kicks that thing. That's perfect. That's right down the pipe. He's running around celebrating, and his teammates are trying to come and hug him and congratulate. He just keeps running around out there.
10 plays, 61 yards in a minute 42. And the Bronze Stock is coming back to DeKalb, Illinois.
And it just bears repeating again. Remember, this team won 0-6 last year. This season picked to finish last in the West. And right now, they got a 2-game lead in the West and are really in the driver's seat.
Here's our player spotlight presented by Tide. What a night for Jay Ducker on the ground. 24 carries, 155 yards, and a touchdown. 6.5 yards per touch tonight for Ducker. There's the trophy. It's back with the Huskies. What a ball game. That's what Maction is all about in November. 30-29 the final. For Rocky Boyman and our entire crew, I'm Clay Matvick. We say so long. We hope you enjoyed it. The Bronze Stock belongs to Northern Illinois.